Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live, Sunday morning edition. Yes. How's everybody doing this morning? It's a beautiful Sunday morning out here, man. How y'all fellas doing?
Man, late. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling real late.
Okay.
I woke up late.
Yeah.
We're starting the show late.
We starting the show late. Yeah.
The Lakers ain't got to play late, but I need them to play late. The one time I don't need them to play at 3:30. So late, man. I'm feeling late. I'm feeling real late today.
Okay.
Gee, man, how you doing?
Man?
He late? Late for what, bro? Go answer that. Man, I feel good, man. I can't complain, man. I'm here with my brothers, man.
That's what's up, man.
Looking forward to a great show today.
Yeah, man. You know how we do it. Man. So it's good to see everybody who's here in the chat. Let me give a shout out first to the channel members, and we go ahead and give our spiel. So shout out to first channel member, Laker Nation, who coincidentally had his inaugural show last night. So if you haven't already, go on over on YouTube after this and go like and subscribe to the Be Ready Sports Podcast. That's Be Ready Sports Podcast. Go support that. Yours truly was blessed enough to be the first guest, and it was a real cool experience, man. It was good stuff. Shout out Chief Sid Bubba and the boys from Annapolis. Anchors away. I got to deal with this for, about
200 more days. About 200.
Yeah, this is annoying.
What happened?
Oh, we bust y'all ass.
Man, shut up, man. You ain't have to say it like that, man.
I mean, yeah.
Last
we bust y'all ass, yeah.
What happened?
We bust y'all ass.
Game.
What game?
The last Army-Navy game. What?
Army-Navy game. I couldn't hear you. Transformer was talking over top of you when you were saying the name was. So I'm like, hold up, what's going on here?
Yeah. So
now you gotta sing the Navy song.
I'm not singing nothing, but I gotta give respect when the show come on. But I'm not singing a damn thing. I'm not doing that.
Drink to the phone. What is it? Drink to the phone.
Drink to the phone, bro.
Yeah, I bet y'all do.
Anchors away, my boys.
Great song. That's a good drinking song.
I don't know nothing about that, man. Y'all enjoy that. But
not wrong.
Shout out also to did I say Chief Sid Bubba? Shout out to my main man Baltimore Bruce. What up, Bruce? Shout out, it's not that serious. What's going on? And I see you in the chat, Edward. What's going on, my brother? Early morning for you, man. Appreciate you being here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna give the spiel and then we'll get right to it, man. We're gonna do the quick hits, of course, then we're gonna talk some basketball, NBA playoffs, which are freaking fantastic right about now. We talk about Shedeur Sanders finally getting drafted, and then we get right to the we'll do the NFL draft wrap up, talk about what we thought about some pertinent topics there. All right, so let's get it. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you. Exclusive members only content coming this week for sure. I already got something in the pipeline. I'm gonna go ahead and lace up for y'all in the next couple of days. All right. A donate button. Yeah, we might need to. But yeah, as you can see, by the way, on that scrolling on the bottom of the screen, you guys, we appreciate any super chats. You know, all that stuff helps the show to continue to grow by equipment and airtime, all that good stuff. Yeah. And of course, if you also want to, if you want to cash app us, you can do that too. It's scrolling at the bottom. All right, let's get right to it. Quick hits. So I'll start. And coincidentally, Transformer and I, we did not plan this, but we both have quick hits that are involving Dwight Howard, who is heading into the Hall of Fame later this year. So this is something I thought was interesting, and it kind of leads back to another show we did a while back, and I think it's called Is LeBron a Killer or something like that. You can go check it out on the channel. And my argument was that I don't believe LeBron is really a killer. I think part of that is what I saw from him early in his career, but the numbers and what he's done since maybe kind of decry that mentality. I believe Transformer argued that he is a killer. He's just a killer in a different way. That was your argument, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So anyway, Dwight Howard recently had some commentary on this thing, and I thought it was kind of cool because maybe it supports both of our stances on this Transformer. And I guess he was asked about LeBron and Kobe. Obviously, he played with both of them in different iterations of your Los Angeles Lakers, right? And so Dwight Howard actually said this, quote, LeBron is a killer, but then you got Kobe. He's a mercenary. He's an assassin. Like, he has taken it to a whole nother level of killing. He's one of those guys that went to go get Osama bin Laden. He's one of the SEAL Team 6. LeBron, he's right outside. He's next, unquote. So I think what that does there is that gives both of those guys respect for their greatness and what they've been able to do throughout their career. And no matter what I think, I have to respect it because he's been in close quarters with both of these guys, right? Having played and no, he won championship with LeBron. He did not win with Kobe, but he obviously had the opportunity to witness both of those guys' skill on the court. Both of those guys' different types of work ethic in order to have the success that they've been able to have throughout their both legendary careers, right? So I thought it was cool, and I wanted to come on here and I wanted to acknowledge that again, because what I think about LeBron is one thing, but when you have a guy who played with LeBron and with Kobe, I think what he has to say kind of means a lot because he's been up close with both of those guys. Transformer, your thoughts, man?
Pretty much right on cue. Kobe was a different level of psycho, right? Yeah. Kobe was just psychotic. There's a difference between you could be a killer, but then there's different levels of killers, right? As you notice, your serial killers, like your Jack the Rippers. You got your Jack the Ripper serial killers. You're like, okay, that's psychotic, that's crazy. Then you got your typical killer, carries a gun, shot a guy, still a killer. Both are killers, but one is just a little bit more psycho than the other one, right? So you look at Kobe and you just look at his demeanor and the way he just handled himself on the court, the way he just spoke to his teammates, the way he just demanded that aura of respect on the court, on and off the court. I mean, even in his interviews, you can even ask him a stupid question. He's going to hit you with a stupid answer and look at you like you're crazy. Like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, what are we on right now? Let's get back to the game of basketball while you asking me off the court stuff, right? Yeah. Then you got LeBron. LeBron is a different level of killer, and people don't acknowledge the killer in him because he's a friendly guy. He's a player first type of guy, real buddy. He grew up in the AAU system and around camaraderie, and he enjoys. He takes more enjoyment of being friendly with guys on the court. But if you go back and you look at his career and you look at certain instances where when you provoke or you poke the bear, or what they say sometimes, LeBron turns it up. It's like, okay, like what are we on? Right? What are we on? He goes in the fourth quarter, you poke the bear, or you not dunk on him like they did in the Olympics, but if you go, for example, I get on you. No, I don't get on you, but I talk to you about how Jason Tatum dunked on LeBron in the conference finals. And LeBron said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm sending y'all ass." Yeah. And then y'all home then, like if that's what the case was, because it was all cool until Jason Tatum bumped him. And then LeBron looked at him like, oh, okay. Then the killer came out and he went ahead and ended the series for what it was. But Dwight Howard was right on cue, man. Nobody's ever going to compare LeBron's killer to Kobe because nobody truly is comparable to that guy, right? His mental wasn't the same as far as. Nah, he's better than his psycho was more killer than Jordan.
No.
More. His work ethic added on to kill. I mean, the killer in him.
I give you the work ethic. But go ahead.
Like I said, that just adds on because they're like Kobe is a carbon copy of everything Michael Jordan did, right? The way he talked to his teammates, spoke to his teammates, all like everything was the same. But it's the off the court that I'm adding on to the killer because he was a killer in the weight room. He was a killer in practice. He was a killer in I'm going to be there first, way before you even wake up. Before you wake up at 6:30 in the morning, I've already had 2 workouts and I'm sweating because I've been here since 4. Jordan didn't have that extra level of like, I'm methodically about to kill everything on this court way before then. Jordan a show up. He's a show up killer.
We'll know because remember Jordan had the whole Breakfast Club piece and all that. And so Tim Grover, who trained both Kobe and D Wade and Michael Jordan, he said that Kobe worked harder, Mike worked a little smarter. But do you think also part of it, and I'll let G go in a second, part of it is that Michael Jordan also had the benefit of the 3 years with Dean Smith, where he learned a lot more of those bases and fundamentals and all that. And so maybe he didn't quite have to put the same level of development into his game that Kobe did. And I'm not trying to denigrate Kobe at all. You know, I have the ultimate respect for the mob.
No. I get you. I think it's more so Jordan didn't have anything to chase. Jordan didn't chase anything.
Okay.
Kobe
he chased
had
magic
something to chase. But if
I get what you're saying.
When Magic Johnson kind of handed over the keys to him, was like, "Hey, bro, you got this." Jordan knew. He was like, "This is mine now."
Yes.
Kobe's mentality was like, "It's never gonna be mine because there's a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan who looms over the entire NBA."
That's
right.
Big.
So Kobe was always that his psycho mentality, his mental mentality was like, that man in Chicago is who I'm knocking everybody out that's next to me, in front of me, and behind me. I'm knocking all y'all out. I'm gonna make it my point, my effort to be better than every single one of you. Why? Because I work harder than you, I play harder than you, and every freaking minute of the game, I'm gonna bust your ass to prove that I'm better than you. That's where I give Kobe that's it's a slight, very, very like 1A, 1B type slight that I give over the psychoism of Kobe over Jordan. Because Jordan didn't have really nothing to chase. Like Kobe was chasing him.
Right. G, your thoughts, man.
When I hear y'all compare Mike and Kobe and work ethic, right? I think about the evolution of MJ, how he had to go to Detroit and he had to change his practice, the way he practiced, from like him losing early to not leaving camp until July or August. Like he working out like he planned it. It was all the way up until he got to the point where he did start winning rings that we start to see him. Seems as if, there was
you all right?
So look at the evolution of MJ, man, and just how he was able to just change the way he was built and his game in order to compete with Larry and Isaiah, the Pistons, and New York, right? He had to like bulk up in order to be competitive in that league, and so that takes training, right? That takes a hell of a work ethic to overcome those types of obstacles, and I think he laid the blueprint for everybody that came before him, and so those same tactics and techniques that Mike had, Kobe was able to springboard off of and be successful. So I can't give the student, I can't give the student, the props if he got the blueprint from the teacher.
No, that's fair. We could do this particular one all day, but it was supposed to be a quick hit, so let's go on to the next. That was a good
quick hit, bro. Terrible quick hit.
A good topic, terrible quick hit. You're right.
Good topic, terrible quick hit.
Yes.
That took us like 18 minutes. Not messing with you. We ain't even been live that long. All right, but moving on. The next quick hit is also about Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard and Shaq have been having a long feud ever since Dwight Howard donned the cape of calling himself Superman. And we all know the original Superman being Shaq Diesel, the one with the tat on his arm with the logo, is the original Superman. So after a long feud, Dwight Howard has been, like Bruce said, initiated into the Hall of Fame, and Dwight Howard opened his hand, extended his hand out, and asked for Shaq to walk him out as he accepts his Hall of Fame award. And Shaq gracefully accepted. In light of all of that being said, they finally had an interview on the big format, not the big format, the big, I believe, no, it's the
big podcast. Format? I think that's
big
what
podcast.
Called.
Yeah.
The
big podcast where they kind of, hash the reasons out. And Dwight Howard finally, asked him the question like, well, what was your problem with me? Right. And Shaq kind of, pretty much summed it up saying that he was a big, Dwight Howard was a big, and he called himself Superman. Shaq looked at him as he would look at himself, comparing himself to Hakeem Olajuwon, right? The era of the bigs where I can't be called one of the greater bigs if I only win one ring. We're the type of guys that got to win 2, 3, 4, 5 rings because we're so dominant, where our stature is so big on that court that we have to establish that dominance. And so Shaq was saying that all to say, like, I was talking down on you because talking down on me fueled me to be better. That fueled me to want to go on that court and bust everybody's ass just to prove that I am the best big. So he felt that him saying those things to Dwight Howard will ignite that fire and force him to show I'm the most dominant guy in the league. Dwight Howard scoring 26 points a game, it just wasn't enough. When I got into the finals, I had to average 40 just to prove that y'all can't stop me even if you tried. So I'm just glad that they finally had that conversation to kind of clear the air. Bruce, wanted to see your take on the bigs finally, the Supermans finally clearing the air out.
No, you guys know how I feel about bigs and that era of basketball, and realistically, I wish Dwight Howard had played back in the 90s, but obviously we can't change that. But the point is, I am glad that they were able to hash it out because Dwight Howard did say that he looked up to Shaq. But I think that Shaq is being slightly disingenuous here. Now, I do get what he's saying in that he's saying, I tried to fuel you to be better because I was, like he said, he's looking at Dream saying, okay, Dream got 2 rings. I need to get more than that. He ends up with 4. So that was cool. And I get that part. But I also think, if I'm honest, there might have been a little bit of irritation. I don't want to say jealousy because I don't know Shaq like that. But I think there might have been some irritation with the fact that Dwight Howard kind of followed him up in Orlando. And you had people talking about, was he better than Shaq in Orlando? Obviously, he stayed there longer. He scored more points. He had more rebounds, multiple-time defensive player of the year. He did all these things in Orlando that Shaq did not do. He was able to they both went to the finals in Orlando, but right. So, and then of course, the Superman thing and the dunk contest and all that. And he's hearing all these people say these things in regards to comparisons between Dwight Howard and him, and he didn't like it. Because realistically, if you look at it, towards the end of Shaq's career, I think Shaq was in Cleveland and they played against Orlando and Dwight Howard couldn't even deal with old Shaq. So I can't even imagine what he's doing with young Orlando Shaq
2001.
Right, exactly. But I think there was just some irritation on Shaq's part there. But overall, I'm glad these dudes are squashed in, and I think it's going to be super cool for the game of basketball to watch Shaq walk him out or take part in Dwight Howard's induction into the Hall of Fame. I think it's a good thing because I love the great bigs.
Absolutely. G? Yeah, that was kind of crazy, but I'm just going to step past that, G. G, what you got?
What? Did I say something crazy? Oh, my goodness.
I heard it, but I'm like, nah, just keep the show rolling. But G couldn't hold himself. You muted, bro. You muted.
Man, y'all the worst, man. I want y'all to know that. Y'all are the freaking
that was crazy, man.
Crazy.
As soon as I'm like, okay.
Nah, but
I wasn't the way I would have said it.
I think Bruce did a really, really good job of explaining that. The Shaq mentality of, this is he's like a light version of me, right? So like a lighter version. I gotta turn these comments off, man. I'm talking.
Right.
Look at him. Just look at me. Look at me, G.
I got you, bro. Focus down. All right. So like you said, Dwight playing Shaq during the time in his period where he's almost about to retire, and his stats didn't even line up with him. So
yeah.
There's not much there. I wish they would have made amends a long time ago, though.
Yeah,
that was.
But Shaq's kind of been on this world tour of apologizing.
Yeah.
To a lot, like Penny. He's been talking and interviewing a lot of people. Shaq's getting to that point of his life where he's looking back at everything. He's like, God dang, I was kind of an asshole here or there, or this did come off kind of wrong. And so I think he's been on that world tour righting a lot of wrongs that he felt that he's done to people.
That's cool. But I also think it took a lot of humility for Dwight Howard to really, put the olive branch out there despite whatever they had going on. Because, a lot of us wouldn't have been like, man, whatever, F him. I got my money. I'm a champion. I'm doing all right, but clearly he wanted to squash that. And, he was the bigger man in this situation. Pause. And, that was cool.
That was an okay one.
Bubba said Dwight had greater potential and work ethic than Shaq. I don't think I can agree with that.
Not potential? Work ethic,
yeah.
Work ethic, yes. Potential, no.
I mean, potential?
I don't see it.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It depends on how you would look at it. Because Shaq kind of he let himself go after 2002. The man started just letting weight, man, I'm big.
Problem in Miami, though. But, that's because the Godfather's like, you better lose that weight.
True. And that's why Kobe was like, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And Shaq said, well, I got you.
What
am I worried about?
30 cheeseburgers.
That's true. You ate 30 cheeseburgers?
No,
a lot of cheese.
I don't know if he had 30 cheeseburgers or not.
Yeah. But all right. Those are our quick hits.
Pretty
much we just had a whole topic about Dwight Howard in a sense.
Right.
But we're going to move on over to the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. Yes. Bruce, that is your side. So I'm going to let you take over your side, the East side.
Yes. But before we do that, man, please, y'all hit that like and subscribe button, man. 46 in the chat. Appreciate everybody who's here. Hit that like button. It's free. Sir. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the show get out to more people. Let's rock. Okay. Eastern Conference playoffs, man. I am really I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the playoffs on the whole, but the Eastern Conference playoffs they're looking good, y'all. They're looking good. Let me take this banner off.
There you go.
Yep. So as you can see here, we have the 4 series. Is it safe to say that the Cleveland series is over, y'all? I think it's safe to say.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 4-1. I think that Miami is too well coached and just too good in the front office. They will scrape out a game somehow. I think they'll get this next one. But overall, I think the series is done, right? It's 4-1. They're just not good enough. They don't have enough. But overall, I think I'm really enjoying these playoffs, man. This Knicks Pistons series is taking it back. It's gritty. It's old school. It's defensive. It's physical. And I think something we notice on the whole overall throughout these playoffs on both sides of the bracket is that the officials are letting them play defense. They're letting them be physical. And I love it. I love it. And a lot of people I think that I talk to about basketball and even some of the mainstream sports media people, they're feeling the same way. So it's so funny that they're loving it so much that the game is more physical here in these playoffs. Guys are competing harder. You're seeing the grit, you're seeing the grind, but yet they were trying to tell us all the time that the game was better when it's, 1 million 3-pointers per game and, no defense and the offense just running crazy. But this has been really entertaining. Obviously, me being a Celtics fan, the series that I'm watching most closely is the Celtics and the Magic, not because I believe that it's going to be some great competitive series, but more so because I just want to see, now that it's playoff time, how the Celtics are looking in pursuit of back-to-back championships. So that's a good series. Although, might I add here, Paolo Banchero,
beast,
coming out party. Thank you. The
future
kid is
Laker.
Good. Why does everybody have to be a future Laker to you people?
Because that's how it happens in Orlando for some odd reason.
Oh my gosh, he's not going there, right? He's not.
Orlando get a nice guy. Shaq becomes a Laker. Dwight Howard becomes a Laker. Oh, Paulo Banchero, come on.
Banchero's not a future Laker, but no, Banchero, he's really good, and I love what I'm seeing in terms of what he's able to do. He's showing his skill set. He's showing his ability. He's showing his leadership, and the Magic aren't rolling over. But again, Celtics just have too much. But yeah, this Knicks Pistons series.
Oh man,
is this the throwback series, y'all?
Yeah. Yeah, those guys, man, they're tussling, they're fighting, it's been a grit and grime series, man. That one and the and we're gonna get to the West in a minute, and Nuggets and Clippers series. Them been my favorite two series to watch.
Yes,
Rockets and Warriors are a good third, but it's just been nip and tuck, back and forth. It's down to the fourth quarter, damn near every game. It's every game. Right.
I think the least entertaining is that Bucks Pacers series to me.
Yeah.
They need to turn on something. I don't know, but that Knicks game is definitely vintage 90s.
I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
That Knicks Pistons game series is definitely vintage 90s basketball, man. That's man ball right there.
Love it.
True.
And not just the physicality, like you seeing dudes really shooting that mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
So it's levels. maybe they did a survey, man, and they went to the Format Podcast and just
I hope so.
Listen to how we just talked about how to make the league better and bring back the physicality of the sport. Somebody with a mid-range, please step up. Somebody that play defense, please, touch grass and get to it.
That's right. Get in the crouch.
Yeah, man. So yeah, just overall Eastern Conference. This outside of the Bucks Pacers series, I think this was a really good treat the first round.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, G. A lot of great stuff going on there, man. And this is funny. I'm wondering though, right? Adam Silver pays a lot of attention to social media. The league office on the whole, because the NBA is a social media league. I wonder if they're really hearing how engaged the overall basketball world is with these playoffs. A lot of the ratings are actually up these playoffs, so it's really and I wonder if they're hearing this and they're saying, okay, they're talking to us. We ignored them all this time. We got to do something. We got to get it back to. And very simply, all you have to do is tell these officials to let guys play, man. Do away with the stupid freedom of movement rule. Get rid of that. And stop with the ticky-tack and let guys be more physical. And you will overall, I think you'll have a better product and people will start coming back. Because all the old guys, they're on the way out anyway. So these young new cats, like we talked about Transformer, on that show we did, these young cats, I don't know, they have a different mentality and I'm good with it. They want to compete. They want to get out there. They want to ball, And like you said, they're shooting the mid-range. They're playing more defense. And real quick, I'll tell you, it's very frustrating to me that all of a sudden guys could play defense. So it's not that they can't, it's that they were refusing to all during the regular season. And that is something that's really frustrating to me.
No. I mean, what we've been saying is that the younger generation needs to change something, right? The NBA was in a down spiral to where it's like, okay, now it's just really a 3-point contest every game. Right. Who can shoot the most threes and who can make the most threes? Thanks to everybody just trying to be one man. And everybody can't be that man. That man is one man, and his name is Wardell Stephen Curry Jr. Like you can't just be him, right? And I think enough of the complaining from us as fans and other a few players in the league, like, hey, I can't get in the league because I can't shoot a 3, but I'm very great at the mid-range. I'm very great at my skill set. So I can't shoot the 3, so I don't belong in the league. So I think we're getting that a lot from the collegiate side of things as well, because a lot of it's some great collegiate players with the body stature of an NBA type guy, but they're not getting drafted high. They're not getting a fair shot because they don't shoot the 3 particularly well, but they can do everything else. Scoring points is the goal of the game. To win the game, if I can play defense and I can provide a good mid-range or a good post-up game, Like, for example, Zach Edey in Memphis. Zach Edey was one of the top collegiate guys.
He won National Player of the Year twice.
National Player of the Year twice, and still wasn't even the top 5 pick, right? He slid down to Memphis, and he's doing great in Memphis. Granted, they got eliminated, but he had a great rookie season. But guys like that are not getting any limelight or getting any shine on in the draft or per se, because they just can't shoot a mid-range. It's not sexy for them to shoot from the 3. So I think, these younger guys are really like kind of hearing that, and they're hearing it from the front office. Like, okay, all right, let's get a little gritty. Let's see if you guys got a little grit. Show us a little bit more grit. Bring everything inside the 3-point line, but not everything, but bring some of those shots inside the 3-point line, and let's see what we can do with the basketball game. And it's been working out for him, man.
Yeah, no, I don't think we need to go to a 4-point, no 4-point spots, no 5-point spots. Keep it the way the game is supposed to be played, man. Like, you expanding the game, nobody playing defense. We're gonna let odds like, oh yeah, I give you that 5-point shot. Like, nah, man. I wanted to ask you guys before we move on to the next one or open the lines. What did you think about Miami just being completely destroyed in a game where they could possibly get swept by the Cavaliers, man? Like, and like, what do you do? Like, how do you get better next year?
Trade.
Yeah,
they don't have any assets.
None.
Right.
No draft picks. I mean, because they're right now. They're like the Green Bay Packers, right? And I say that to say they're good. They're a good team, but they're not going to win it all, and they're also not going to lose a lot of games. So what does that do to you in the draft? That puts you right there in the middle or towards the end of the draft. So you're not going to be able to draft high or get a high draft pick to have that game-altering guy that you can get from the collegiate side. So what do you do from there? You got to make a trade. You got to make a big-time trade. What did Green Bay do? They went and traded and got Charles Woodson. After that, we won a Super Bowl, right? So I think Miami, I think that's their next step. Like, okay, somebody's got to go. We're going to need a superstar here somehow, some way. We're good enough to not get a high draft pick, and we're not bad enough to get a high draft pick. We're right there in that purgatory type level. Like, dang, what are we doing? Like, we don't know where to go. So let's go and make a trade and get a superstar here.
Yeah, they got space.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. To your point, Transformer. That's exactly what needs to happen. They just have to figure out some type of trade scenario because it's not happening in the draft. And realistically, it seems like the NBA draft is getting worse and worse. They're not giving you those guaranteed guys anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get. But Miami, they're just in the spot, man. They're just in the spot. So the Godfather has to figure out some type of trade.
Probably be a repeat next year. I say rebuild.
Say start over. Get a bunch of picks.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't disagree with you on that, but Pat Riley is such a psycho and a competitor. He wouldn't be able to stand the losing.
Yeah.
So to do it that way, he wouldn't be able to take that.
Yeah. I think he'll end up trading guys like Bam or something like that to get the next best guy. You know, packaging up a couple of pieces together and then at that point making a move or a splash for somebody who coming on the market. I knew for a year the talks of KD was floating around. They were trying to get him for a while, but that guy's turning 37. So that's not a good move for your future. You would definitely want a younger superstar in the making to be that game changer. What's his name? Quiet as kept, but Zion is available now. So, like, do you go out and get a Zion Williamson? Do you go out and get a player like that? So, like I said, I see that being their only way of getting out of purgatory is through trade.
All right, but the question here now becomes, okay, a Zion Williamson, pardon me, y'all. I got something on the screen. If you're looking at a Zion Williamson, is he going to want to come in and get with the program that Pat Riley's talking about? Because Pat Riley says, okay, if you come in here, we're going to get you down to like 240. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
he's done a great job of that already.
Yeah, that's true. No, he has lost a lot of weight. So, you know, that's the question. I don't know, man. I don't know. Gee, to answer your question, I have no idea.
I was like, man, they in a rock and a hard spot. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. They really are. Yeah, that's a great question, though.
No, absolutely. So as far as the play out of the rest of the series, Knicks Pistons, man, I think that's the one that everybody's kind of like, man. Can the Pistons pull this upset off? What is your take on what could possibly come out of the series?
Pistons in 7. Remember, I picked them before we when we did our picks. I'm gonna stick with that, man. That's a really good, well-coached basketball team. And at some point, I think part of what we're gonna see is Coach Tibbs and the wear down of his players is eventually gonna play a role here. Unfortunately, I don't want to see that, but I think it will.
G.
Yeah, I'm not going with the Pistons. I'm going with the Knicks.
All right.
Only just because I don't know, man. I think they actually close this series out, but it'll probably go 7.
Okay.
I just don't have I don't have the data to support them winning. Right, the Pistons winning.
The Pistons winning. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I got the Knicks too, man. I think the Knicks can pull it out. The Knicks don't typically flame out until the conference finals.
Yeah.
That's when they like the wear and tear in the first round. You're like, okay, I could play 42, 43 minutes for a series, right? But it's that second series where you're like, I got to do it again. I got to switch my focus. We got to switch our plan. We got to guard this guy, and everything changed. So now your mental has changed because now you just gritted out a 6-7 game series playing 40-something minutes for a particular skill set. It's when you got to switch it where your body's like, I have to go through an adjustment period to get there. And by the time you get through that adjustment period, you're a little bit more lazy thinking in that next series where you're like, can I put more energy here when I don't have it? Like, do I have enough in the reserves to play a ball? Because you're going to play Boston, right? And you're probably going to need to play 44, 45 minutes under the Tibbs method of thinking. But will you have enough to make it to that next series? I don't think so, but I think they definitely get past the Pistons.
There we go.
You all right over there, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm good. No, I was looking. I was trying to find an easy way to explain what is a knickerbocker. It's I think it's a type of pants that they used to wear in New York back in the 19th century. So that's where that came from, New York Knickerbockers. All right. Yeah, man. So real quick, Steve, yes, Jalen Brunson is as good as we're told. Yes, he is. Now, is he a Steph Curry? No. Can he carry the team to a championship? No. But he can very much be the integral piece on a very, very good, possibly championship level team. He's very, very good. All right.
I know Dallas is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We let Jalen go.
You want to pay him?
We let Luka go.
They want to pay him. Right. All right. We want to open these up, take a quick couple calls, and then we'll go on to the West.
Or did you want to just wait till after the West? And so they can comment on both. Maybe? Your call, man. Your call. Let's do it.
We normally do one topic at a time.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Should have just made that one topic, but I get
it. True. All right, so we're going to take a couple calls here. You know the drill, man. Go ahead, pick up the phone, 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. Give us a call, and let's hear what you have to say. We'll take 2 calls on the Eastern Conference playoffs. What you guys think? Are you enjoying them? Are there any surprises? What's happening?
219-8264. 219-8264. Call the hotline and talk your sports. Tell us what you think about the NBA.
Hey man, what's the regulation? No, don't ask
that. Oh my God!
Not on Jesus. Not on Jesus. It's Sunday, bro.
It's Sunday. Stop it.
Y'all too generous, man. I want y'all.
You will never find.
Oh my goodness!
You gotta lead them to the water.
Lead them to wade in the water.
Oh man!
Wade in the water.
Man, don't nobody care about these Eastern Conference playoffs, man.
Apparently not, which is insane.
That's the first round. Next slide.
That's where the title is, and that's where it's going to stay.
Nobody want to talk about your Celtics today, man.
I didn't say I didn't. I just, it's where the title is. That's all I said, man. All right. Western Conference playoffs.
Oh boy. The
West.
The mighty, wild West.
All right.
For everybody except the Grizzlies.
Yeah, right.
It's one heck of a fight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Grizzlies got swept, so let's go ahead and just knock that one out of the way. OKC, better team, bigger team, more strappy. Got the MVP. Top to bottom, they just outplayed the Grizzlies. Even with Ja Morant was in the series. Unfortunately, Ja Morant got hurt in Game 3. I believe it was his hip after not a flagrant foul, but a foul by Dort when Ja Morant was going for a layup. Well, I believe it was a dunk or whatever the case may be, but he landed on his hip. And so he left Game 3 and didn't play in Game 4, but still came out with a tough, gritty game in Game 4 to unfortunately lose by 2 to go home. Stay home 4-0 as they were in Memphis at this game. But the Thunder just look good the entire series, and they're ready to move on to the Nuggets and Clippers. So let's go ahead and get past that. The Nuggets and Clippers.
Ooh,
boy.
Let me. Yeah, I need.
Go ahead, bros. I mean, if you want to go ahead, you can go ahead.
I was just saying we need to be up for this one. Go ahead.
Look here.
Okay.
That's a series. That's going to come down to 7. Mm-hmm. It's going to come down to the last 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. Whoever got the ball last is going to win that series. Those guys are battling back and forth. Yesterday, Aaron Gordon and James Harden almost got into a fist fight.
I love it.
It was gritty. It was tough. Yeah. Jokic about ready to slap 2 refs for not calling. It's a great series. Yesterday's game, the Nuggets were up 20 against the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Clippers walked them down in the fourth quarter to eventually take the lead by 1. Jokic had one hell of a fade away to put him up 1. Yes, it was just. He took Zubac off the dribble.
3 beautiful pivots. Oh my gosh.
That was a trap.
It was not a travel.
It was not a travel. It wasn't even a travel. His foot didn't even move.
No, the pivots.
He changed pivots.
He didn't change pivots.
I don't think he did.
Look at it. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. It's a new basketball. Some kind of way when you switch your pivots.
You talk about on the last one right before he shot it. I think, you're right. You're right.
Yes.
Which one are we talking about?
The beautiful fadeaway that was like the fourth quarter.
Can you pull up that highlight?
Let me see if I can find it.
But I will say this though, even though Aaron Gordon and James Harden almost got into fist fights. I think Aaron Gordon won the war because he dunked to win the game. On James Harden. He just wanted the basket. So yeah, man.
Yes.
Said Derek Queen didn't travel, but Jokic did.
I'll try to find it.
See how that bias gets. See how he bite his lip.
Sit about bringing the bullshit, man. Come on, man. That's
a good point right there. That pivot was good. All of a sudden, that pivot was good.
No. I'm looking.
No. I mean, 4 steps. You can't. That's NBA stuff, right? That's NBA. Changing your pivot. That's fundamentals.
Hey, that Baltimore bias, Steve. But no, man, this series, man, it's very, very nip and tuck. Kawhi Leonard had a slow start yesterday, came out into the fourth quarter, pretty much the second half, and just literally tore it up. Got gritty. Jokic and Zubac. Whoever would have thought that would have been a great matchup.
He did.
Cool.
Huh?
My bad. He changed the pivot foot. He sure did.
He did change the pivot foot?
He did.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I'm right half the time.
Every dog has his day.
But go ahead, though. Sorry.
But anyway, whoever would have thought that, this Jokic Zubac duo would have been something to see. I mean, Zubac, of course, long, big guy, pause. And, Jokic just real, real good with his footwork, except, I guess, changing the pivot foot on the fadeaway jumper. But Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Even Jordan travels sometimes. So, even the greats do it. Yeah, Jordan traveled a lot. Come on now.
I mess a lot. All right, go ahead.
They all travel. But great series, man. Of course, they're tied 2-2. Next game goes back to Denver, I believe, because we're still in the 2-2-1-1-1, right? I don't think that changes until the conference finals.
2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah, 2-2-1-1-1.
All the way through.
I thought they changed it.
Nah, man.
Okay, well, 2-2-1-1-1, all the way through, and we're going to see another battle, man. So either way, one of these two teams are going to have to play the Thunder. And if I'm OKC and I'm looking at this series, I'm like, damn, we got to go against one of these two. Like these folks is willing to fight out here. Like it's getting real. Like the game's ending off of tip dunks, like not even like oop dunks, right? At the buzzer. Like this man's hands was literally in the basket when the clock said 0. Right. That's how tight these games are getting, man. So
you know how bad that was because they had to look at it like 55 times.
Because it was close.
All you see is like James Harden underneath the Yo, yeah, man. That's wow.
Getting bammed on.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Second.
Like, man.
I think that was probably like one of the closest dunks or buzzer beaters I've seen.
Oh, absolutely.
They wouldn't count it.
Yeah. I saw a picture of close up. It was so close that as Aaron Gordon is putting it through, like right when he let go, you could see it starting to light up around the backboard there, the light up to show it. That it was just starting to light up, and right when it got out of his hands, it lit all the way up. It's that close. It's like 1.01. Yeah, it was crazy close.
It was tight. But now, did they clarify the rule? Because I was hearing the announcers and they were saying the rule, if he is dunking it, if the ball is in the rim, his hands can still touch it. As long as the ball is in the rim, like so the rim's here and the ball is already below, his fingertips can still be on the ball. But the refs never clarified. They just said the basket was good.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah. How often does that happen? It's like, nah, you dunked
probably
on you.
never.
You're not saving you today. You're not saving you today. Time is not on your side. You should have boxed all
time. I've never seen that.
You didn't even jump.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. That's I don't know.
Yeah, but that was a good play by Aaron Gordon, man. He literally called it. Like, hey, man, count. That's a basket. Now I'm man was probably doing this. Like, now I can see it.
Well, look at that. It was a basket. Was he going to say, "Oh, my bad, that wasn't good"? Was he going to say that was a basket?
But next series, we got the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves up 2-1 right now as we're going back to. I'm
sorry, what?
Oh, you trolling?
I'm not trolling anything. Go ahead.
See, I ain't say nothing when it came to your green, dirty ass Celtics. So, like, you gonna let me talk?
I'm just saying. All I heard was Lakers in 5. You know what? I'm glad I'm alive. I don't play no jive. Lakers in 5. I was hearing all that stuff. You know.
So I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you.
Shannon Sharp.
Let's go ahead and get it out the way.
Come on, Shannon Sharp.
Don't do it, G. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you don't do it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. But the Lakers gonna play the Timberwolves in Minnesota today for Game 4. That's gonna be at 3:30 on ABC. So it's gonna be a huge game, very, very pivotal game. I don't see the Lakers beating them 3 times to win this in 6. So I do believe this series is gonna go 7. And the Lakers are gonna have to win this basketball game for this series to go 7. So very, 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 very great series. Timberwolves are shocking the Lakers with their length and their ability to defend. It's a different guy that's stepping up every single time. It's not just Anthony Edwards, as a lot of people, like Stephen A predicted that just, Anthony Edwards is going to average 30 something. He's only averaging 23, 24 points, but it's everybody else who's chipping in. Julius Randle is playing one hell of a series. I forget his name.
Naz
the
Reid.
headband. No, not Naz Reid.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I can't remember his name. Off the top of my dome. I can just click on it. But
it's hard to remember the non-stars.
The guy who's guarding Luka, I say that. The guy who's guarding Luka, not Julius Randle, because he'll get cooked all day. But he's playing one hell of a game, really stepping up. And the Lakers really, really, really need to stop Naz Reid from getting to this 3-point line. If that could, McDaniel, thank you, Sid Bubba. McDaniel's playing one hell of a series, man. It's like when he's driving to the lane,
down 3, so
he's so much taller than everybody else. It's like he's fumbling the ball and it's going in the rim. I'm like, how is that even happening? Shouldn't that be like rimming out or something like that? But he's making it. But it's good. It's a great series so far. One of my least favorite series to watch. But if you're a basketball fan, it's a great series to definitely witness, man. So it's going to be a great game at 3:30 here today.
One of your least favorite series to watch?
Yeah, because we down 2-1, man. I don't want to watch that.
Oh, okay.
OnlyFans, ESPN bans.
Stop it, G. Here.
Here. 5.
Here.
Steve is wild.
Here, G.
Yo, my bad.
Look at me.
That is why
I'm the captain now.
And he's king of the chat. I'm the captain.
Can't get a damn chat, man.
King of the chat,
bro.
Man. We need to get this guy a crown.
Get him a virtual crown every time he calls in. We got to put the crown on the screen. The king is here.
Yes, the king.
The king is here.
Oh my, that's classic.
But one of my favorite series to watch: the Rockets and Warriors.
Oh man,
that's a nip and tuck series. Unfortunately, Jimmy Butler did not play in Game 3 as he got hurt off of a foul. I forget who. I think it was
was it
Thompson? I think it was Thompson. Yeah, I think it was Amir Thompson.
Yeah.
He undercut Jimmy Butler. He also landed on his hip. So similar to what happened to Ja Morant, just backwards. Ended up landing on his backside, so he was not able to play in Game 3. But boy, did Steph Curry step up in Game 3 without him to show and prove reasons why he is the baby-eyed assassin.
Yeah.
I'm the baby-eyed assassin. Of course, shout out to Draymond Green, too. Draymond Green played some very, very great defense. He showed reasons why he finished 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year again this year, why he was playing Sengun and really making it tough for him and really getting into his head. But the Rockets played a nip and tuck game with the Warriors up until the 4th quarter. But when them last 2 minutes were up, Steph Curry and the Warriors and Gary Payton's the second.
I was just about to say, can he get some love? And Buddy Hield.
Yeah. Oh, those guys really, really stepped up big, man. Gary Payton had 9 straight points at one point in the 4th quarter to really put the Warriors up 6. And after that, Curry hit an asshole 3 in Van Fleet's face, and it was just like you just at that point you knew the game was over, right? Off of a screen, he sized them up, looked at him, and just said, "Nah, bump it." Yeah. Floated it, cash. They went up 9. And the Houston Rockets couldn't recover, man. What's y'all takes on that series?
The Rockets were up early in this game and playing well, man. But I think this is kind of what we talked about in terms of really good team, really young, athletic, no fear, don't know what they don't know, play defense really well. But when you get into these pivotal moments, the championship resume and experience and all that, the Golden State, they know what to do, how to execute in these situations, I think.
Yeah. And it goes back to who is your guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who is your guy? Like the Houston Rockets, and I said that before the series started, Houston does not have a guy. They have guys who work together, and they had a great season. They had a great record, and they made the playoffs. They made the second seed. That's a very, very great series. Bruce fixed the screen, my brother.
Yo, what happened there?
I don't know. I thought you did it. You the one looking down.
Oh, nah. Okay, I got you. My bad. All right. Yeah.
But they don't have a guy. And you have to have a guy. There has to be a guy who's like, okay, ball.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna run this thing through me, and I'm gonna take you guys to the promised land. And unfortunately, Houston Rockets, it's either Sengun or it's Jalen Green or it's Dylan Brooks. Like, who is the guy that we're going to give the ball to in the fourth quarter and be like, hey, bro, take us home. We need you to take us home, right? We're all going to play our part. We're all going to play our role. We're going to play defense. We're going to, help you out on baskets here and there. But who is the guy to take us across the finish line, man? And Houston just doesn't have that, in my opinion.
No, they don't. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
G, what do you think about, man? What do you my bad guy.
No, you got it, man. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man, what do you think there's anything Houston can do? How far do you think they could stretch this series, man? What do you think?
They outmatched when it comes to just sheer star power. Like, freaking Steph is on the other side, man. Like
on the other spectrum.
Yeah. So and we know that at any point he can cook you for 30. Yo, we got.
No, I'm good. I was looking at something else.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I'm over here like,
yeah.
Did I fall asleep?
Yeah, but I do think I think Houston is like one piece away. They like one piece away.
Agreed.
Yeah. Definitely one piece away, and it has to be the piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be the piece. Like, this guy is coming over here because he's taking us home. Right. We got everything else. We got Thompson. We got Jalen Green. We got Sengun. Like, but they have a great team. Fred Van
Vliet.
There you go. You say his name twice, you get a prize.
But
they got Dylan Brooks for defense. Like, you got some really great pieces. You got one hell of a coach who should still be in Boston if it wasn't for him doing something dirty to the finest woman in the world, my baby. Ooh.
He got a really good question.
What's that?
Eddie.
What do you say?
He knows the answer to this.
Still in the league. What does that say about Steph? It just says he's great.
It says LeBron is not who they've been trying to tell us all these years.
Negative. Okay, we're not going to make this a LeBron segment. Not at no 40.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
All these
negative. It's not obvious. It's not obvious. Steph Curry bitched up and went to go run and grab his big brother to come fight LeBron. That still stands.
It does.
You were so scared of LeBron that you had to go run and get your big brother to come fight.
I don't see it that way, but okay.
Yeah, you don't, because you don't want to. Your eyes ain't open. These folks is literally crying in the parking lot, talking about some, come get me.
Man,
help me. Come help me.
Man. By the way,
man, if LeBron came back and beat us, we was up 3-1.
LeBron got saved by the league, so we go to league.
We was up 3-1.
Yeah. Hey, Adam Silver, you want to do that to us? Hold my beer. Yeah, that's what that was.
So one game, what happened to the other two? They was up 3-1. Adam Silver didn't help him win 3 straight.
No, but you come on, man. You know about Big
Mo. Ain't no nothing. Ain't no nothing. Because y'all didn't give LeBron the same excuse when he didn't have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. Y'all didn't give him that. So you could think we'll be thinking injury gods. Oh, Golden State should be like, oh, thank the injury gods that they helped us out so we can beat LeBron James without Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Come on, we can play both sides, bro. We can play both sides all day.
Who do y'all think gonna win out of the Nuggets Clippers?
Oh, definitely Clippers.
Clippers? Who you going for?
Nuggets.
I got Clippers. He got Nuggets.
Yeah, definitely Clippers. Lakers, Timberwolves. I don't have to ask you. Bruce.
Hey, G. I said the Lakers were going to win that series, man.
Okay. Lakers.
I don't want to see it, but they will.
I like Timberwolves, but I know the league isn't going to allow Luka.
See, it's always the league, bro. We can't get a break, dog.
It's money over bullshit, bro. It's money over bullshit, bro.
Come on, man. We know that there's a little.
That's like.
On, I'm not saying.
Okay, I will accept that if y'all acknowledge that Jordan had that same love. I'll accept it.
What Mike got to do with this?
Because Bruce know what I'm talking about.
This, bro.
That is what they do because LeBron
Mike ain't got nothing to do with this, man.
Because Jordan couldn't stand his own. Because Magic Johnson said it best. Hey, don't get too close to Michael. They're gonna call a foul. Touch him. They're gonna call a foul.
Magic. We can say it about Bird. We can say it about anybody that's a cash cow in this league. The players already said it. Like, you could be the nicest on the court, but if this guy is filling the seats, you won't get those reps. So
they did it for Jordan. Thank you, G. That's all the answer I needed.
Yeah, this is the unwritten rule that
answer I needed.
As long as you the cash cow, they're gonna feed you, man. Like, and if you're not the cash cow, don't worry about it. That's why we never.
I'll accept that answer, G.
That's why
they do it for Steph.
Orlando will never win.
They do it for Steph too. I know, right?
Orlando will never win.
Right.
But no, man. Rockets and Warriors, man. It's I think it's over in 6.
That might go 7, man.
I think it's over in 6.
I think it's over in 6. It could go 7 though.
I think the Warriors can squeeze out one more. I mean, not one more. The Rockets can squeeze out one more. But when Jimmy get back, yeah, it's over. You guys couldn't beat these guys without Jimmy.
This is the second least entertaining game of this.
Really?
No, I think
besides the Thunder and Grizzlies.
I like the luck. Yeah, well, that's the first one. This is the first one. This is the second one, and then I always like the other 2 games, man. Huh?
I was about to say, I think I know why you feel this way about the Rockets Warriors, because the Rockets' lack of star power, doesn't help really boost up. It's hard to sell this series, because you have the Rockets, great defensive team, really play well as a team, young and athletic, but they don't have somebody you tuning in to watch. And
that's all they doing, grabbing ass. They hacking and hugging. And
I don't think it's that
bad. So we agree. Favorite series is Nuggets Clippers. Of course, the least favorite is already over.
Yeah.
My least favorite after that will be Lakers and Timberwolves until we're up.
That is going to be
that's going to be my least favorite.
James from now, you're going to be like, yep.
Laker Nation. He did go to the front office, by the way, but we'll continue. He went to the front office. That's a fact. He did. I know y'all hate to hear it. We could.
What does Jordan got to do with this, man?
I'm responding to Laker Nation.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
People want to just ignore that part.
It's a Lakers conversation. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. We'll just chill till it's over.
All right. I'll let y'all. It's fine. Let us know.
Oh, we're good. We're good. I just wanted to respond to that. Just like, hey, people forget that. People say LeBron cries a lot, but
he was proposing to the ref the other day, trying to get a call.
But that's because the ref isn't automatically throwing it because, Jordan, I believe you. Yeah, he fouled you.
What are we? How are we?
That happened. It happened.
We not talking about this dude. Mike don't even play anymore.
So we can stop talking about him then. Now we can stop talking about him. When I bring up the truth, we got to stop talking about him. See, folks hate the truth.
In 2 decades.
We hate the truth. We hate the truth. We bring up the truth. Oh, baby. Now we bringing up history. Now we bringing up history.
All the way in the basement.
Now we bringing up history. Hell, LeBron is history. That man played for 20-something years. That man history too.
Somebody said they were gonna do it.
That man rookie season is history.
I'm gonna try to see Nick
like 2 decades.
Somebody said everybody he played with gonna do an intervention to get him to sit down.
Who?
LeBron. Did you hear about that shit?
Yeah,
like Melo.
He just doing no more. Like,
I know he had like 38 points the other day, but they were saying they was gonna sit down and like do an intervention with him and get him just to like stop.
Why?
Why?
The man's still averaging 24 points a game.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, why? Because they couldn't do that?
No. In all seriousness, like I think because I do hear it a lot. Like a lot of fans are tired of seeing him, and I think like in all seriousness,
Tom Brady
is holding on to moving forward of the game and like the next generation of stars. I really do.
Yeah, I can see that. The Tom Brady effect. Whoa. They felt like Tom Brady was just sticking around, wait, like, come on, man.
Still winning? But anyway, chips.
He didn't win before he retired?
No, not that year.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like, he came back, and they were like, why are you coming back? Like, why are you still here?
Yeah, you have to do that. Football's a little different, though. But anyway, we're not going
to. Will could have played till he was 60, but he didn't.
Who?
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, they were still trying to get him back in the league in the 80s. Teams were reaching out to him.
But he didn't.
It's crazy.
Just because you can do it, don't mean you should. He ain't going to be able to walk when you get older.
All right, y'all. What we gonna do now, man? This is.
My bad.
No, you good, G. You good.
Bro, I
Let's
got
go.
you. But
Phone line. All right, we'll take a couple calls. Talking the NBA playoffs. If you have any Eastern Conference playoffs commentary, you can give that here as well. But we'll take a couple calls to discuss the NBA playoffs, and specifically, if anybody calls in, I would also love to know: are you enjoying the playoffs as you see them this year? Because I can honestly say, and if y'all been here, y'all know that I complain a lot about the state of the modern NBA, but I love what I'm seeing from these playoffs for the most part.
True.
Say it, Bubba. Call in. Say it, Bubba.
Oh, he's right here.
Yo,
what's up, Chief?
up?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh man, I am thoroughly enjoying these playoffs, brothers.
Yes.
It's been good. I'm a little bit worried. I might have to get Gino CashApp. I might have to take my stash from Peaches to go ahead and pay my man because I'm a little bit worried about my Lakers.
Yeah,
I'm worried because
make it out the first round. I remember that.
he didn't say that. And my thinking was this, and same as Bruce. You got arguably out the series, two of the best players on one team. You should, by conventional wisdom, win. However, the Lakers got exposed because no inside presence, none. And I think that's going to be a problem. I got the Lakers in my heart, but OKC is in my head because they check all the boxes. As far as the East, I can just see I can just see the collision course for Cleveland and Boston. Something might happen to Boston. Tatum might be still hurt. Based on statistics and history, I think it probably will go to Cleveland because just think about it. We ain't had anybody back to back in a while.
Golden State 2017, I think that's the last.
How long ago was that?
2017, I believe. I think that was
8
years.
8 years. It's been 8 years. It's been 8 years. So, but these are some good playoffs, man. I'm loving the defense.
Agreed.
Everything. I'm looking forward. I'm pulling for the Clippers to beat the Nuggets, and if the Lakers somehow get through Minnesota. But I'm really worried about those adjustments. JJ gonna have to. He's about 2 losses from being Darvin Ham, so he gonna have to make those. He gonna have to make those adjustments. But I think I still like our chances. But I am a little. I'm getting out. I'm pulling out a Peaches stash for Gino. So. Yeah.
Okay, Chief. All right. You got anything else, man?
Nah, I think that's about it.
All right.
Stay on them, Transformer. Stay on them.
Doing a good job. He's doing a good job today, man. He's doing a good job today.
Yeah.
Hey, Chief. I wasn't gonna bring no bums on this show, man. You see these cats we got here? We've been at this. Wasn't no bums coming on this show. Nah.
Nah. Hey, guess what, boy? My boy, the King, boy. Man, boy, that say in the chat, boy. We gonna have to get special quotes for Steve.
Man, absolutely. King of the Chief is a wild dude.
Yeah, but my guy Laker Nation, he had a great podcast last night. I'm looking forward to going back on there.
Yeah,
he's doing big things. So shout out to my boy Laker Nation.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right, Chief. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Laker Nation, I see you were trying to call in, man. Go ahead, call us back, bro.
Is your mic on some type of leveler? Like it goes up and down?
Yep.
Maybe it's when I move around the mic. I don't know.
No, but pause.
Wow. Yikes.
And that man had the head moving and everything.
I was trying to
get back on the camera, G.
That was the worst.
Get back on the camera, G. But it's the way I'm moving around that mic.
I was oh man. I don't even know what to say, man.
Need training and shit.
Gee, it was the head movement.
Yeah, remedial. Oh man. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Man, y'all the worst, man. Laker Nation, go ahead, call us back before we move on to the next topic, man. Quick side note, man. I'm like more and more people are commenting on that. Yo, y'all foul, man. More and more people commenting on that Rich Paul show we did a couple weeks ago. People are really coming out. Yo, chill, Mark. People are really coming out the woodwork trying to say that Miami wasn't a big three. See, this is what I talk about with these people. But anyway, we're not even gonna. Y'all are the worst, man. I did not mean for it to. I guess I'm just making it worse. All right, let's go to the. Okay, here's Laker Nation. All right. Laker Nation, what's up, man? Good morning.
What's up? Hey, I got something to say to Transformer real quick.
Stay on topic, bro. We talking about the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. That's the reason why you called. You got 3 minutes and go.
Finals, playoffs.
Man, we not about to
keep it in the chat. You're ruining the show. Keep it in the chat. Eastern Western Conference Finals playoffs. Let's go.
We're not about to do this morning, man.
Laker Nation, what you got, man? Go.
Just because you got bad memory.
Man, if all right, I'm gonna say this then, since he know where we're going and he don't want to address the subject head on.
Eastern Conference, Western Conference playoffs, sir.
Let's just say if John Morant was getting hip checked every time he went to the basket, clothesline.
They eliminated, sir.
You wouldn't. So
they're eliminated. What are we talking, John Morant?
So if he would have went to the league office, you wouldn't try to. So you're gonna try to say the man was soft.
Nobody said on the show that John Morant was soft, but John Morant is eliminated, sir. Do you have anything else about the Western Conference playoffs?
Yeah, he's trying to see Bruce. He's trying to pivot.
No, I'm not trying to pivot. I told you to keep it in the chat, but you're not listening.
So anyway, since he's trying to pivot,
you're just not listening. Bad listening skills.
I predict the Clippers to go. I predict the Clippers to be the dark horse because of Kawhi. I think the Clippers to go be a dark horse because of Kawhi. Because he's that dude that would take the soul out of the other team's star. And I would love to see that matchup with OKC because I think he can neutralize SGA, and they don't have no other weapons on there that's going to give him 40. That's going to give him 30, 40, or pick up the slack on the offense. So I give the Clippers that long as Kawhi can stay healthy. I do see Golden State getting past Houston, and the Lakers in 7 because we got to stop giving away games. And we had them on the ground with our feet on their throat. We should have closed out that game 3.
Do you think the Lakers you think the Clippers going to take it?
I think if Kawhi can stay healthy, they can be the dark horse to come out.
I like that.
Because Harden's role is perfect for him right now.
Yes, second
guy. As long as he stay consistent in his role and not try to rehash his Houston MVP days, they'll be okay.
I think he knows better than that.
And Zubac keep playing the way he is.
Zubac has been balling.
I think that's a player we should have never traded.
Hey man, I just want to say, man, congratulations on your inaugural show yesterday, and I wish you the best, man. Wish you the best.
I appreciate that, G. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna do something that Bruce didn't do. I want to give a shout out to Transformer. You know, he did close the show last night with us. We had the Format Podcast and the Be Ready Sports Podcast on the screen at the same time. That was a historic moment.
Yes, sir.
Transformer for that.
Absolutely, brother.
And to be ready, you stay ready. I'm out. That's my time.
No doubt. Appreciate
my man.
Clippers all over.
Well, I got Denver, so I'm not the.
Nah, you can't. Ain't no way, man. The Clippers definitely gotta take it. I mean, you see how Kawhi's been playing. Granted, fucking Harden did get dunked on yesterday, but I mean,
it happens, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you go back, retool, get it together, man.
Get it together. All right, y'all.
I need to take a break.
Take a break. Transformers an idiot.
G, not for the niggas today. Today, G.
Not on Jesus. Okay, my bad.
What's wrong with y'all, man? Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go to the main topic of the show here. All right, so obviously y'all know we did a wonderful live yesterday. Thanks for everybody who tuned in on that regarding Shedeur Sanders and his slip in the draft, which was inconceivable. Nobody could have seen that coming, but in round 5, well, we saw it happen. Shedeur Sanders got drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Browns.
Damn, man, it felt like it.
No, right? So now he's Cleveland Brown. And this is an interesting situation because the Cleveland Browns have 5 quarterbacks in their quarterback room currently. So now we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on, how all that's going to play out. I still think he has a very legitimate chance of being a starter midway through the season. Depending on how he goes through camp and all that, he might mess around and actually earn the starting job, but we'll see. Who's in their quarterback room? Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson. He's going to be out for the year anyway with the Achilles. I don't think Deshaun Watson ever plays another game in the NFL, honestly.
Got his money.
He got his money, right. Every penny. So he's like, whatever. But yeah, so Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, and Dillon Gabriel. So you got 5 guys there. Kenny Pickett is clearly going to be the odd man out. He's gone. Curious to know what ends up happening with Dillon Gabriel, but I think it's going to be Flacco. And, I mean, you don't have to worry about Watson, right? Because obviously he's going to be, IR for the whole year. So you don't have to worry about him. But I'm curious to know what's going to happen with Dillon Gabriel because Flacco may start the season. He's probably going to throw some picks and end up losing the job to Shedeur. And then Flacco would probably be the veteran backup, right? So then you have to wonder what happens going forward there. But I guess where we start is, what do you guys think about the fact that Shedeur finally got drafted in the 5th round? That was interesting.
Gee, I'll let you start off with this one.
Well, I said he was going to the Cleveland Browns yesterday.
You did.
So I said that he was going to go to a situation or possibly draft in a situation where he don't have to earn his spot. I didn't see anything wrong with him going there. They just going to continue to lose, so it doesn't really matter. I think when I look at that whole situation, I took a step back and try to understand what was really happening. And my thoughts is this: his dad, who was his agent, went on wax and said that at certain places he's just not going to play. And I felt like the league took that. They took it personal. And instead of him going first round to the Browns early, I think they made him wait and everybody passed him. And then eventually when the Browns did select him, he was overly excited and happy to be there. It's just a bad situation. I don't think he I don't care enough to know if he's gonna cook there. I don't know. I mean, he has the talent, he has all the tools. I'm just not sure if because of all that off the field antics, if that's going to affect him when it comes to him competing against those other quarterbacks. That's just how I feel right now. I wish their young brother all the best, but you just got to wait and see. I mean, he is in the AFC North, so that means every game that I go see this season will be good games, right? And I'm sure that those tickets will go up. So let's get it, man. AFC North.
Transformer.
Well,
y'all in the chat. I know.
Inconceivable.
Talking.
Y'all in the chat.
It's Steve, man. Steve will find a way to draw you back to the chat every.
He will. That's why
he just does it. The wait out to get this kid was just inconceivable, in my opinion.
Right.
I'm still stuck on the fact you can't go from a top 3, top 5 draft prospect to a day 3 5th round pick. There's nothing from the end of the collegiate season of 2025 to the start of the draft that changed for Shedeur Sanders. Nothing changed. So I truly think this was much more than when you talk tape, when you talk where he played, how he played, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The allegations, because they're allegations until proven true. But the allegations about the interviews and him being a jerk and talking about teammates and yada, 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 with no proof on his track record of what he did at Jackson State nor Colorado has any, limelight to him doing any of that. He's never thrown none of his teammates under the bus for 4 years. He's always taken accountability for 4 years. He's always preached, get better, be legendary. That's his slogan. Be legendary. That's all he says. Be legendary. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to be legendary, right? So I think this is a different tone of taking confidence, calling it arrogance, confidence, calling it cockiness, and it's just weird behavior from the league for me. Now back to the Cleveland Browns. Congrats that he got drafted in the 5th round, 144th pick. And the man was happy, man. You saw the video when he got drafted. Him and his brother Shiloh, they danced around the living room. He went to go jump in the pool. Just finally to get that monkey off your back to be like, hey, I'm drafted. Mm-hmm. It's over. I did it even after the prank calls and all that. This was a legit. You saw how they was just looking at the screen. It was like, I ain't hearing that call. I got a phone call, but let me make sure this is for real, because when she walks out and announces my name on that stage, it is legit. I'm going to the Cleveland Browns. So the excitedness that he had for getting drafted was just unbelievable. So congrats to the Sanders family. To the quarterback room, 3 out of the 5 ain't going to make it. Just call a spade a spade. Deshaun Watson has played his last down in NFL. Joe Flacco is on his last leg in the NFL. And Kenny Pickett is on his last team in the NFL. If he keeps jumping around like a journeyman. It's truly going to come down to rookie camp. It's going to be a great battle between I believe Gabriel played 6 years in collegiate football. I want to say 6 or 7 years.
That's right.
6 years. Okay.
Yeah.
6 years. So, he has that veteran presence. He has the mindset of just being able to control what he's doing going in. But I think the Cleveland Browns' eyes are set on the younger, legendary quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. The higher upside is Shedeur Sanders. If you're looking at this quarterback room, you just need to build around him now. You have Jared Jeudy at a receiver. Now you need to go get you another receiver. I like Jerome Ford at running back. Obviously, what's his name? Nick Chubb's had the injury bug for the last couple of years. So you're definitely going to be looking to move on from that. But you got Njoku at tight end.
And they drafted Quinshon Judkins too.
Oh, did they draft Jenkins? Oh, yes, they did. Okay, I see that.
Yep. Okay,
so now you have 2 running backs to add to your room. So I would love for the Cleveland Browns to let Gabriel and Sanders duke it out in rookie camp, and have Joe Flacco start the season. I would hope for Joe Flacco start the season and slowly let these kids watch how fast the game is, because the first thing rookies say when they get to the league, it's not the playbook, it's not everything else. It's literally the speed of the game that changes. Everything's a tick faster, and you got to be willing to think a little bit quicker. So allow them to watch Joe Flacco, who was a veteran Super Bowl champion for the Baltimore Ravens, literally comeback player of the year award last season. So watch this veteran go out there, show these guys the ropes, and Joe Flacco is one of the perfect individuals to do so, because he's been there and done that to show these guys what to do. So he's a champion, right? So you definitely listen to anybody with a Super Bowl ring. You're like, oh man, this man got a Super Bowl ring. That run that Joe Flacco had with the Ravens in that Super Bowl run was legendary. So if Shedeur wants to go be legendary, he's talking to Joe Flacco like, bro, that was a legendary playoff series that you had. Like, you went from a mid-tier, mediocre quarterback to you was looking like a surefire Hall of Famer for a whole 3-4 games to win your Super Bowl. But I'm happy for Shedeur Sanders, man. I can't wait to see rookie camp. I'm really going to be watching a whole lot more Cleveland Browns games this year. I'm excited for y'all's division, man. If the Cleveland Browns the next 2 to 3 years can get it turned around, you're going to have 4 teams. Your team, your division is going to look like mine. Where you got Detroit, you got Minnesota, you got the Bears. Everybody's on the way up, right? You'll have you guys. You got the Steelers. You got Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. You got Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. Like, it's all a battle. It's literally going to be a tough fight for anybody who comes out of that division, man. So I'm excited for y'all's division. I'm excited for the Cleveland Browns. And most importantly, I'm excited for Shedeur Sanders, man. The kid deserves it. He earned it.
I think he did.
He played his way to go get it. They could say it was handed to him. He didn't have to fight nobody to get there, but it's what you did when you got there. That shows that I believe he's deserving of his shot. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Let me respond to something you said, because I thought that I had heard something like this before, but I had never checked it up. I thought I heard it. Now I remember I was right. So one of the things you said was that in all his time, you never heard him throw teammates under the bus. And that's not exactly true. Because if we go back to last year, after the 28-10 loss to Nebraska, he says because I remember, I think this was, I don't know if it was in the post game. Okay, it was a post game presser. So he says when they asked him about it, he says, I wasn't protected like I needed to be. The O-line just didn't give me the time to make plays. And then when they compared him to the quarterback from Nebraska, he says, how many times did Raiola get touched? And then he says he blamed freshman receiver Derlon Miller for a pick six that he threw, calling it a rookie mistake. So that's him blaming it on the receiver, right? So you got that.
The same game?
Yeah, this is all one game. Then you got, he was on Cam Newton's 4th and 1 podcast. This is in February 2024. Sanders suggested Colorado's 2023 losses were due to not having the right type of players and enough dogs on the roster. So there's that.
You got there in 2024, though.
No,
like the 2023-24 season?
This is 2024. He's on Cam Newton's podcast talking about the previous season where they went 4-8, where they won the 4 games. Okay, so this is him responding to former Colorado defensive back Xavier Smith on Twitter. He responds saying, I don't even remember him, to be honest. Bro had to be very mid at best. Okay. That one you can kind of take how you take it, because the guy apparently was criticizing Deion Sanders as a coach.
Oh, yeah. I remember that guy. Yeah.
All right. So then there's another one saying they asked him about improving his game, him being Shedeur Sanders. He says, I'm a product of kind of what I had to adjust to. Sometimes we weren't all on the same page, so it's something you can't coach. So all these things.
That's a we.
Yeah, so all the things are this, right? So let's look at it.
You only gave me 2.
Okay, so he says we don't have the right type of players. There's not enough dogs on the roster. That's one. I wasn't protected like I need to be. The O-line just didn't give me time to make plays. That's 2. How many times did Raiola get touched? Well,
that's the same thing.
Talking about his other team, so we'll leave that. Yeah. But there's also not taking responsibility for the pick six, calling it a rookie mistake. That's blaming it on the receiver, right?
So we're talking about the same game.
Yeah, but the argument was that we never heard him supposedly, blame teammates for anything. At the end of the day, right? When we hear all these other quarterbacks, right? What do you always hear? It's always take the blame, but defer the credit, right? We always hear that. And the point is, and I'm not trying to denigrate Shedeur, because once again, y'all know he's been my guy. He's been my QB1.
He was a QB1, yeah.
Right. So this is not that. I'm just trying to be objective and play it down the line in that he appears, at least at this level, to not do enough, take the blame, deflect the credit. You see what I'm saying? And so that may be some of where people are saying, oh, he blames teammates and so on. And again, we don't know. So I can't advocate for, the allegations that were made in terms of the interviews and all that. We don't know what was said. But now that we're getting some of these comments where we're like, okay, he is capable of blaming teammates and not taking all the responsibility. Could there be a little more truth in it? Then I was listening to some clips this morning where he was kind of like, where he was when he was at the combine doing the press conference and whatnot. He had on the necklace, he had his hat to the back and all that. He's like,
that
if you
to
want
me was horseshit, but go ahead.
Blah blah blah. Say again.
I said that to me was horseshit, but go ahead.
But it's the whole thing of whether it was or wasn't, right? At the end of the day, we've all had job interviews before, right? And when you're going for a job interview, you put your best foot forward, right? You try to have the best appearance. You're sending your representative, right? Even if that's not you down the line, you put your best foot forward trying to get the job. And I think maybe part of the argument was that maybe people felt like he didn't put his best foot forward in these situations. So again, I'm not trying to denigrate the dude as a player, but when you're talking about somebody that's going to have to week after week stand at that podium behind the microphone and be the face of your franchise, at least from the player level, you want a little certain something. And if you don't see that, then maybe you don't grab that guy.
And they're not going to have Browns ain't going to have much of a problem with that. I mean, they've had quarterbacks who've grabbed their crotches on games before. They have quarterbacks who touch, who have serious allegations about touching others. I mean, it's the Brown. This is the Browns kind of thing.
Yeah. But we're not doing whataboutism. We're talking specifically about the commentary made towards Shedeur. And I'm just referring to that. Although I understand what you're saying and you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm talking about from the Cleveland Browns. Like, I mean, could have drafted him earlier. Y'all used to this.
I'd say this, man. I would like to see Shedeur somewhere else. Either get traded early or.
Me too. I
really don't like this start for him, man. Like, I really don't. I really don't. I don't like this start for him. Now, I don't think it had anything to do with him per se.
I want the Raiders.
More to do with his dad. And yeah.
I really think from a football standpoint, I don't think this is a bad spot for him at all. He has a legitimate opportunity to become the starter in his first year. He's got a pretty decent team around him. I don't think this is a bad spot at all. And for that reason, because I think he's very talented as a quarterback, I don't want him there because we're going to have to play against him. So,
I don't
There's a little team bias up in there, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I don't want to say that. I mean, you go into a situation where it's 5 quarterbacks in front of you.
Not necessarily in front of him. Nobody thinks he's in front of Shedeur Sanders. Nobody thinks that. Who thinks that? Deshaun Watson is not going to play because he's crippled. So that's a non-issue. So he's out for the year because of the Achilles. Joe Flacco, we don't know when he's going to start throwing picks again, as great as he can be. So you got that. Dylan Gabriel. I like Dylan Gabriel a lot. Not sure what he's going to be on the NFL level. I've covered him. So
don't work well for Oregon quarterbacks.
But he's a rookie that's not molded. He's toast.
No.
He's toast in the AFC North. He is toast. Shedeur. He's a rookie. He's a rookie who's not mobile. He is toast.
He's more mobile than people think. People just think he's not mobile because he's not his dad. Run. He's more mobile than people think.
Watch the fireworks.
So would you say he's just as mobile as Joe Burrow?
Right, exactly. He's less mobile.
Just as mobile.
Correct.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's in your division.
Quarterback.
Yeah, but he's a rookie. Joe Burrow's not a rookie.
That's but Joe Burrow was doing work as a rookie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell you, his margin for error is extremely low.
Yeah.
I mean, not in Cleveland. It's not. Who else you got?
Right.
Your options are very limited.
He hiked the ball. That's a wrap, bro. I'm telling you, that AFC North defense is gonna get to him, man. Like, it's a gauntlet. And so if he do start, he's gonna have to play day one. You think Joe Flacco won to throw picks? He running for his life.
I don't even
just Joe Flacco's thing. He just throws picks, but
no, I think if Shedeur, first of all, they're gonna protect him because Stefanski loves to run the rock. So that's a plus. So he's gonna be protected
a lot. He gets sacked a lot.
That's with no line, though.
Right.
That's with no line.
The Browns got a line.
They got a better line.
Yes.
They have a much better line.
All the way they do if they have no line.
With no running game.
Cleveland has a running game. They drafted Quinshaw Judkins. They got Nick Chubb, and they got Jerome Ford. They're going to be able to run the football.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody not Derrick Henry, bro. Damn. Is that what you want to hear?
Real talk. G.
I love this shit for y'all. I love this for y'all, man.
Lamar, they not mobile.
I love this shit for y'all. I was just making sure that I'm still recording everything that you guys are saying.
No, because Shedeur got to be Lamar Jackson all of a sudden because he needs speed. And then the Browns need Derrick Henry at running back. They have a running back, bro.
Right.
The Ravens are good, bro. Y'all are straight.
My bad. You know what? I was just thinking about what's going to happen when the Browns got to see us at Shedeur's as under center. And that's
going to be one hell of a damn ass whooping. I'll tell you that.
Barbecue chicken. That's the only thing I was thinking. Pardon me, fellas. I'm sorry. I'm like,
hey, G, y'all going to give him your welcome to the league moment?
Man, what? You already know. You already know. I'm sorry. I was thinking about him playing against the Green Bay Packers or Bruce's other team.
Bruce's other team.
Who's other team?
The Bills.
Oh, the Bills. Oh man, we definitely
Josh Allen gonna have 7 sacks.
Oh man, here we go. Oh man,
I like being mobile makes you less likely to use your team. I didn't think of Montana as a mobile quarterback.
No, Steve Young was the mobile quarterback.
Yeah, Steve was the fast one. Mm-hmm. Not Steve Splendor, but Steve Young. Steve,
right?
Yeah, Young. But yeah, like if we're talking mobility, I'm sorry, Bruce.
That's too different. I'm sorry,
Bruce. Start over. I cut you off, bro.
My bad. No, I was just telling Woodage. I don't think it was running out of the pocket. I think it was moving the pocket because that's something you see a lot in the West Coast offense. It wasn't necessarily running out of the pocket. But yeah, go ahead, transform.
That's similar to Aaron Rodgers. He ran a very West Coast style offense where he'll just slide and he's moving everything with him. So a lot of people thought Aaron Rodgers was pretty fast. Aaron Rodgers wasn't fast. He has some nice, decent speed on him. Mm-hmm. If he gets that open lane, he's gone. But he slid everybody with him. So you're like, oh, okay, I'm not expecting Aaron Rodgers to run from the backfield until you let that linebacker take that slot safety across the middle. Aaron Rodgers gone. Like, okay, I can go get you 10 yards. So Shedeur can do that. Shedeur he's not fast. He's not his dad. You know, he doesn't run a 4.29, right? Mm-hmm. But he's mobile enough to go get you 5, 6, 10 yards on a good scramble. I just watched Aaron Rodgers at 40 years old off a torn Achilles come to Jacksonville and have a 30-yard run. So it's all about play schemes and getting your lanes and taking advantage of them, man. He's not that type of mobile quarterback where he's going to use his legs first. He's a throw first type of quarterback.
Right.
And he's in the AFC North and it's over for him. Yesterday, I felt sympathy for him, because he didn't get drafted. Today, he's a Browns, which means he's a fucking enemy. Right?
That means he must die.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Like, hey,
go.
Good luck.
Nice.
Good luck, son. Good luck.
Ice up, son.
Good luck.
No, I hear you, G.
Shout out 89, man.
He should have went to the NFC East.
I wanted him to go to the Raiders. I thought the Raiders would have been the best spot for him.
He couldn't control that, but yes, I agree. But let's go ahead and open up these phone lines, man. We'll take a couple calls on Shedeur. Then we'll go ahead and wrap it up with a little bit of overall draft talk. Oh, I was like, what was that?
What was what?
I heard the buzz. Was that's on your phones?
Yeah, that was my phone. My fault.
Okay. I got you.
Saints QB1 job up for grabs. Bentley Rattler and rookie Tyler Show expected to battle for starting role amid Derek Carr injury.
Ridiculous. Steve, what's going on, King of the Chat? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Good morning, fellas. What up, G? What up, Twizzler?
What's happening? Y'all would just change my name on the screen.
Man.
Just change
Sure did.
Change my name to Twizzler.
Oh, hey,
my goodness.
G's the only one spitting today. I'm disappointed in y'all. Bruce, come on now. Shedeur is an enemy now. He's an enemy now. G's the only one with the right perspective.
I'm objective until game week, Steve.
I know. I gotta give you a little bit of shit.
No doubt.
But G's right. He's an enemy now. Listen, I'm not trying to hate on Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
I says, look at the screen, Steve.
I can't. I'm on my phone. Hold up.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my phone, so everything's paused. I'm listening to you all on my phone. But I'm not trying to shit on Shedeur. I'm really not. I'm trying to be objective here.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about this situation in Cleveland. They've had the Johnny Manziel fiasco. They've had the Baker Mayfield hype train. Now they brought in Deshaun Watson, which you know how I feel, free my man. But let's be honest, there's some baggage and drama that comes with it.
That's correct.
And I'm not saying Shedeur is in that camp where he's a bad person, but let's be honest, there is some type of media hype. There's a media train, a circus. It's not to denigrate him using the word circus, but let's be honest, there's going to be a lot of media there. It's like, how does this always play out in Cleveland?
Bad.
And a lot of this is Cleveland's fault, where it's like they bring in these quarterbacks that are young, and it's like sometimes they need time and they need maturation and they need things to be calm. I don't see that happening in how Cleveland's going to navigate this situation.
Thank you.
Now, I'm only saying this off of like previous examples of guys that have a large ego and a large brand that come into a place like Cleveland and it just doesn't work out. And I think a lot of the things G's talking about, where it's like Shedeur has a lot of good qualities as a quarterback, but the qualities that maybe not be as good as a quarterback, where it's like he does try to extend plays. There's times he does not get the ball out on time. Now you can blame different things at Colorado, sure, but it's like in the NFL, that's sped up 10x. And when you have these defenses in the AFC North, I just don't know if this is going to translate a way that a lot of people hope that it's going to translate. It's not to diminish Shedeur. I'm just trying to be objective with the reality here, given the situation now that he's going to be in, being in Cleveland. And as a Steeler fan, like, I don't wish anything bad on the kid, but he's an enemy now. Like, I hope we pulverize him. I hope they do throw a rookie quarterback like Shedeur out there where he's got all this media behind him, and maybe it's a distraction where it's like, yeah, I don't want to see Cleveland win. I don't want to see him successful in Cleveland, and that's just coming from a Steelers fan. I'd say the same thing about Baltimore or Cincinnati. Like, I don't want to see Burrow successful.
Right.
I don't want to see Lamar successful. But I'm not hating on him. I obviously know they're fantastic quarterbacks. But just as a Steeler fan, like, I don't want to see somebody in my division. Yeah, I don't want to see somebody in my division just start, emerging and building something long-term successful there. But I just think G's spitting. He's right. Shedeur's now an enemy. I don't look at this situation being in Cleveland. Like, I think Twizzler said him going to Oakland might have been a better situation. I think him going to I'm surprised the Rams didn't take a shot at him later in the draft. Stafford's getting older. You could have had him sit for a couple years behind Stafford and learn. And that would have been a good place for him because I think what's his name? McVay? What's his name?
Sean McVay.
Yeah. McVay will know how to mentor a quarterback. He's good with quarterbacks. I thought that would have been a good situation. With the idea of Cleveland's history with quarterbacks just going there to die, and then you bring in someone like Shedeur who has, I don't want to say he has character flaws like Manziel did. And I don't think Baker really has character flaws, but you bring in these big ego guys that have a lot of media attention behind them and they're young in a place like Cleveland. It just usually doesn't pan out well. So it'll be interesting to see.
Let me ask you this.
What's
Steve,
that?
My bad. Sorry to interrupt. Let me ask you this.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Chime in. I'm curious to your guys' thoughts because I don't know in that division. I mean, he might play a little bit this year. I do think he'll stay on the roster because they got, 5 quarterbacks?
Well, Deshaun is going to go on the IR.
Yeah, Deshaun's on IR.
So that's 4.
Flacco's there. Pickett, Pickett stinks. I saw enough of him in Pittsburgh. He stinks. Yeah. So I think Shedeur can beat him out. Gabriel, they might keep around because he's young. You never know.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I think Gabriel already has the advantage because he is a little bit more mobile. I don't think Shedeur is just unathletic completely, but I do think Gabriel offers a bit more mobility where it's like, man, in that division, you might have to move around a little bit because of the defenses. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Again, I don't hate Shedeur. I'm not trying to just pile on the kid. I don't want to see anything bad happen to him, but, coming from a Steelers fan, I don't want him to just go to Cleveland and be successful. But
so Steve, you don't think that Shedeur, if if he gets the opportunity to start, you don't think he can do what Baker did? I mean, Baker was an objectively better collegiate quarterback, not by a lot, but he was. But exactly. There you go.
What I'm saying, like, here's what I would say. I think this is going to sound like I'm crapping on Dion, and I'm really not. Mm-hmm. Baker came from Lincoln Riley.
That's true.
Like, that's a whole different quarterback coaching pedigree than your dad coaching you your entire career. I'm not trying to put down Dion, and I know Dion used the resources to get him offensive coordinators, NFL guys. He worked with Tom Brady.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not saying it, but it's like it's different when you're in the midst of the season and you have Lincoln Riley coaching you. And let's be honest, I'm not trying to be shitty, but what Baker did in college, he went to Ohio State and beat a damn good Ohio State.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he beat the Texases out there. He went into the playoff. Like, Shedeur, I'm not trying to shit on him, and a lot of it does have to do with some of the stuff going on at Colorado. We're talking about a 13-12 guy who never won a bowl game versus Baker, who won a Heisman. And I'm not trying to say, like, Baker is like this insane elite quarterback, but you're seeing today, like, Baker's making it work in Tampa. Now, it took a while for him. I think a lot of it was to get his ego in check.
Yeah.
But you're seeing a guy that it could work out. I just don't like that could be Shedeur, where it might not work out in Cleveland, but later down the road, he might find a situation where it will work out for him.
Okay.
But I don't look at drafting Baker the same as I do drafting Shedeur. I'm just going to be honest, and I think a lot of it has to do with some of the reports I was reading. McShay was one. There was another guy where it's like, it seems like Shedeur went into these meetings and he didn't translate well with the football talk, like the NFL schemes and stuff. Where it's like,
which I don't know that I believe that. That sounds like it doesn't make a lot of sense. He's been running NFL schemes for like a while now, so I don't know. But Steve,
possibly,
we gotta let you go, Steve, man. I appreciate the call, though, brother. Thank you as always, man.
Hey, y'all stay blessed. I'll be in the chat.
No doubt. Steve.
Always, Steve.
Yes, sir.
It's a good call from Steve. It's a good call.
Always one.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like I don't think we're gonna get any more calls on this topic. Let's go ahead and never mind. Laker Nation, what's up, man?
Oh, what's good?
What's good, man?
Don't worry, Transformer. I'm not going to come for you on this, so I'm just going to give my thoughts on Shedeur.
Oh, you're being smart this time. Go ahead.
Nah, bro, don't do that. This guy right here, he's funny. I don't know. Like, there's two ways to talk about this Shedeur situation. It could be like a trial run to see if he will be an NFL, quarterback, get on that level, test his work ethic, see if he's going to work and all that. And it could be just a temporary spot till we get to another team, or they could legitimately just be like, okay, we're going to give him a shot. We look at him as he can turn our franchise around. Mm-hmm. But let's see if he can learn behind the vet. It could be one of those two things with Shedeur. Does he have the skills to develop into a solid or, a franchise-setting quarterback? Yes, he has the intangibles that are there, regardless of the record or whatever from Colorado or whatnot. Sometimes there's some players that thrive better in the pro level environment than they do in college. It's just weird like that. But go to another thing. I hope he shines over there. I'm in the NFC. I'm just gonna get my popcorn ready and just watch it unfold, and it'll be must see TV. And I also think that's a move for to get revenue, kind of like how we talked about the Luka trade going to LA. That could be some revenue for that AFC North, because I guarantee you that when Shedeur starts, that Browns Ravens game is going to be nationally televised. When they play Cincinnati, that's going to be nationally televised. So it's to show. This is just my opinion. It's not fact. So don't y'all try to come for me. But I just think this is a way the NFL showing the NBA, like, okay, y'all had y'all little moment in the shine, but I'm gonna show y'all that we the big brother, and we run this sports world. We can get the story to go viral. I'm bigger than you guys can. So that's my opinion. Browns needed a player with his caliber, with his with the media hype that he has around him, and star power to boost that franchise. But I'd rather him would have went to a different location. I'd rather him would have went to either Pittsburgh. I know somebody said him going to the Rams. Hell no, I don't want him in my division. I don't want him in my division at all. That's the only reason. And I think him in New Orleans would have been a better fit. And I think my Dodger over there said the Raiders. And I thought about that. It was like, yeah, him and hand it off to Gentry.
Yeah,
that'd have been a good little young core for the future. Shout out to Transformer for that one. You know, he has some good takes. He got some good takes. He has his moment.
Damn, every dog has a day, huh?
Nah, I'm just trolling you. I'm just trolling. But yeah, I can understand Bruce Bruce, come on now. Don't be worried, man, about Shedeur, man. You got that Ravens defense, man.
I didn't say
they man, you over
Bruce,
there
what's up with your mic?
kind of worried, like,
I don't know, man.
Like, you kind of petrified of him being in there. Man, y'all got the Ravens defense. Y'all gonna neutralize him. But the last thing I'm gonna say, then I'm gonna let it go, because I know based on my experience yesterday, yeah, I understand why you guys push these time limits.
It takes a little experience, huh? You're like, oh, you got to experience it on the other side.
No. I understand, boy. I rewatched the show and I was like, yeah. We'll be sitting up here 4 hours, man.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But the last thing I'm gonna say is, if he takes the time before the season starts to get out there, work on his mechanics, get a quicker release on there, because the NFL defenders close way faster than they do in college.
Yes, they do.
Then I think he'll get to that next level. If he don't, then it's gonna be a painful lesson for him this season.
All right, well, there you go.
And that's my time. Love y'all show. Transformer, you still my guy, even though we disagree sometimes. You still my dude. Shout out to Bruce. And Gino, keeping it a buck, man. It's like, yeah, I was rooting for him, but hell, he in my division now. He the enemy. Let's go kill him. Shout out. And I'm out.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother. Thanks. All right, good call by Laker Nation. All right, let's go ahead and take a second. If you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Okay, time out.
Yeah.
G, can you hear the same thing I'm hearing? When Bruce talking?
Yeah, sometimes
Go ahead. Sometimes
your signal will crap out.
It's like it's low, and then you'll slowly fade back in.
That's a call, so you might want to check the connections over there. Or
what I'll do, I'll for the next show, I will move it to the hold on. For the next show, what I'm gonna do is I'll just move it to another input on the mixer. I'll do that. Bruce, you all right?
Hey man, hey Bruce, hey,
what's going
on? Show some damn enthusiasm, man. You got a lot
to be doing, like backflipping and jumping around out here on the
man. We're watching the whole damn show, man. Got new viewers in the chat, man. You're all grumpy and mean on a Sunday morning, man.
Goodness,
man.
What should I be doing to show enthusiasm for you? You
tell me. It's all like, you just like, you're just not, you're not engaging with the chat. You're not. What are you
talking about? First of all, the chat is overwhelming now, Brucey.
Yeah, I know. I see. Goddamn, man. You're not engaging with the chat, man. And sitting back watching, I ain't gotta call in and say stuff all the time. I'm behind the scenes, you know. I'm just peeping out, you know, what's going on, you know. I'm that type of dude. I'm behind the scenes. I'm looking like, man, this guy ain't showing no enthusiasm. Bruce, we had these discussions all the time in the inbox. Bruce, get yourself together, man.
Man, I don't know what you want me to be doing,
got a bigger OSC. Every you know, there's more people coming in the chat. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? You got some new viewers. I know, you know, you just old grump on a Sunday morning, man.
Man, I'm not grump, man.
Did you pray today?
Yeah, I did, man. I did. First thing this morning.
Okay, that's good. How you doing, Mr. Transformer? How you doing, Mr. Transformer?
What's going on, Brucey?
How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Bull? How you doing, Jane? I can't wait to see this Shedeur. I'm just happy for him, man. It was a humbling experience for him. I mean, it was pretty clear that it was a humiliation tactic, but we ain't gonna get into all that right now. He's in the league now. Now let's get it done. It was well, you know, the reports that came, I could believe that though. I can see Shedeur being standoffish to the teams, and you know how he is. You know, he's a little hurt. You know, he's his father's son. You know what I mean? So that hurt him a little bit. But also playing for Cleveland Browns, man, they got Flacco, Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson, and he gonna win that spot. Because they already talked about Deshaun, he ain't gonna be there. Flacco 40. Dylan Gabriel, yeah, you know, they say he's a little mobile than Shedeur, but I think Shedeur has a better arm than him. And Kenny Pickett, that's neither here nor there. We already know what that is about. We keep talking about how bad Cleveland is. Let's think about this though. Cleveland always been a quarterback where they got talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Ain't like they ain't tough now. Let's not act like they scrubs. Like this was in the playoffs 2 years ago with Joe Flacco and won the game in the playoffs. So it's not like they too far off now.
Right.
they are loaded. Cleveland been loaded for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
It's been just haven't had no stability. So hopefully, man, I just hope he go there and work hard and. You know, he in our division, I don't want to see him succeed, but at the same time, I want to see him succeed, you know? Not against us. But anybody else, I can't wait to see him play. I mean, truthfully, I just can't wait to see him play. So Cleveland is loaded. Come on, think about that offense, what they got on offense. Think about what they got on defense. They've just always been a quarterback away. They are very dangerous. And, man, it's a good thing, man. And one of the brightest things that I like about this weekend that happened, how his brother Shiloh was very beside him the whole time.
Oh, absolutely.
Cheering him on.
That was some love, man.
Yeah, that was love, man. Keeping the moment, keeping this situation lighthearted and fun. And, you know, they got a whole thing on him on SportsCenter about how he just kept the family smiling, man, the whole weekend. Like, you know, and God blessed him at the end of the draft, and he got signed. So that's a good thing, man. That was one of the best things, man. Like Shiloh was really, that's when I hope he really succeeds. He's a really good kid. He ain't nothing like Shedeur. They're total opposites. He's not arrogant. He's not cocky. Well, he's quiet. He's more of a quiet confidence, but he's more of the comedian of the family. And he just kept the family together through that whole thing. You know, it just. Due to embarrassment, he was the one right beside his brother the whole time. And that was a beautiful thing to see, yo. And I just can't wait to see how many more days we got there for the NFL. Shit, man.
Too many.
Shit, the UFL. I might watch some of the UFL game, you know? Shout out to Mike. Oh, we got all right. And did I say we needed a pass rusher? We got the guy that we needed.
Oh,
I was looking at some of his film, Mike Green.
You sure got
one. Tough.
Yeah, he's tough, all right.
Oh, man, the kid is amazing. But, yeah, man, how y'all boys doing this Sunday? Y'all ready for the game today?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
These playoffs have been fantastic. And
the Lakers lose, I'm going to say this. The Lakers lose today is over for me. And Shane said this, they ain't going to make it out the first round.
Lakers not losing today, Bruce.
You don't think so?
Nah, man. Nah.
Oh, man. I hope not, man.
Listen, you know, I'm the last person to ever root for the Lakers, but nah. It's going to be all right.
Oh, okay, then they go pull it together.
Yeah, I believe so. I do.
All right, man. Y'all boys have a good rest of Sunday morning, man. I'll holler at y'all boys.
No doubt, man. Enjoy.
All right, soldier.
All right, brother. All right, good call from Bruce. Good call from Bruce. Should have done that while he was on the call. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get to the last topic, y'all.
Last topic.
All right, we're just gonna go ahead and touch overall on the 2025 NFL draft, and I guess this can kind of go anywhere in terms of picks you guys liked or anything that stood out. Obviously, we know Shedeur is the main story, but besides him, what are some of the things you saw that you liked or that you feel are good, or maybe some things that you feel like maybe your team could have done differently or another team could have done differently, something like that?
G?
Hey, man, shout out to Cam Ward, number one.
Shout out to who?
Cam Ward.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, shout out to
one. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even been talking about him. The Shedeur thing been so big.
We haven't, man.
Yeah,
but
shout out to the young brother, definitely.
Shedeur been in the same room. He's been sunning him. So it was.
I don't think he's been sunning him.
He been sunning him. You go back and look at it. Yeah, he been talking.
What did he say?
Sunning him.
He been
sunning who?
Shedeur. Like, look at you. You tired. Get up.
Oh, he was just talking shit. He ain't sunning him.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
But Shedeur always hit him with because I drink Gatorade, so I get paid for it. I was like, shit.
Exactly.
Cam ain't saying nothing after that.
I like that friendly banter, man. I love that friendly banter, man. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. No doubt.
But I think was it Bruce that just said, all the while, or was that somebody in the chat that said that how many players did Colorado have drafted? I know
5, 6.
6.
No, Shiloh went undrafted. All 4 receivers. All 4 receivers, Shedeur and Travis Hunter, so 6.
I thought Shiloh went to Tampa. Oh, he signed with Tampa.
He was undrafted.
Undrafted free agent.
Yeah, he's undrafted.
Oh, okay, great.
Benjamin Morrison can teach him how to play cornerback.
Y'all got one of the receivers. Y'all got Webster?
Yeah, Webster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I think if I look at it, I think the us picking up a kicker, it kind of shines a light on what's next for Tucker. That was big. I was waiting to see if we was going to do that. I kind of figured we were. I thought we hit every position that we need. We had 11 picks, and we didn't even, and we're not talking about like the level of talent that's still out there that'll probably walk on and such. So I'm excited about the year. I think Bruce talked about us picking up that pass rush with the 2 essays.
Yeah, Mike Green. That was one of my favorite picks by y'all. Yeah,
hit monster.
Yeah. Hopefully he can keep it together. Obviously, you already know what's looming on with the JT situation that's over there. So hopefully that doesn't re-spark anything. Hopefully he comes over there with his head up and keeping his nose clean, because the kid can ball, man. He wasn't at Marshall because he chose to be. He's at Marshall because he had to be, due to his trouble. So but other than that, that kid is a beast, bro. Mike Green he's a stud. That's a stud.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, all around, I give our draft an A. I thought we did a really good job of picking up a lot of interior players. We addressed the defensive line issue. I thought the outside linebacker pass rush, we even was able to pick up a few linebackers, picked up a wide receiver, kicker, and then that offensive line. I thought that was really, really big for us. Solidifying that or reinforcing that offensive line is key, especially late in the year when so many injuries happen. So I thought going into this season, that would probably be a big issue for us, because I think everybody stayed relatively healthy last year. And normally the flu bug probably hit once every 2 years. So I just didn't want to see the same thing we had when we had Greg Roman as our offensive coordinator for all the injuries we had that year. So going into the playoffs, going into the season, that's always a big concern for me. And I think just getting those backups in line, and I think we good. I think we did a good job, man. Ed did his thing.
Fair enough. Transformer.
Oh man, a lot of key a lot of key acquisitions. This wasn't a very, very deep draft. I didn't like, the depth of talent, but there were some pieces, definitely some hidden gems. I spoke on Mike Green. That was definitely one of the hidden ones, because I like a lot. His off the field stuff had a lot to do with why he fell so far, but I think he's going to be a great piece for you guys. I like the Giants. Giants had a great draft, man. They got their quarterback. As I said before, I like Jackson Dart. I definitely thought he was going to be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the Giants traded back up to go grab him to go alongside. They got a trio of receivers over there: Russell Wilson and Crab Legs, Jameis Winston, my boy from but they drafted Scatterboo. I like that running back right there. Of course, they got
Scatterboo. Okay.
Yeah, they got Scatterboo.
Okay. That's not bad.
Of course, they got Abdul Carter to go along with Brian Burns. Akira K. It's just a lot that's going on over there. Thibodeau on the other side. It's going to be a nice, solid defense that they have over there. And of course, they got the receiver and Malik Neighbors. That's going to be a great weapon for Jackson Dart to kind of get used to and grow with. So I definitely did like the Giants draft, quiet as it's kept with their draft. But to my team, man, can we have enough receivers? Like, what's too much? What is the definition of too many receivers on your team? How many do you think?
5.
We got 12.
Oh,
okay, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. I did like the kid we drafted, Godwin. I think he was one of the Golden. I said Godwin. Matthew Goldwyn out of Texas, man. We definitely like to we like to pick some Texas players this year. We got another one, edge rusher out of Texas as well. But fast receiver, nice size guy, and we drafted Savion Williams out of TCU, big 6'4", 6'5" guy out of TCU who may be a gadget guy, but that goes along with the receivers that we already have. Being Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, Tulu Griffin, McCole Hardman, Malik Heath, Julian Hicks, Cornelius Johnson, Bo Melton, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, and now Savion Williams. A lot of freaking receivers. I get why we get one because of Christian Watson and his injury history. It has me more concerned for Romeo Dobbs and his concussions. He did start receiving a lot of concussions last year. As you guys know, he wore they call it the Guardian helmet. Is it what they call it? Or the protector? What is it called?
The Guardian.
The Guardian helmet. So even with the Guardian helmet, he still got concussed and left the game. So that puts a little fear on me as a Green Bay Packer that we're going to be out 2 receivers eventually, and 2 of our top receivers at that. So I see why we go and we draft a Matthew Golden and we get Savion out of TCU, another big receiver guy. Definitely got to work on his hands a little bit. He definitely has some drops that I didn't like when I was watching some of his film, but he's a big guy. No, not Golden. Savion.
Oh, okay.
Savion. I didn't like the drops that he had, but he's a big target. Somebody else for Jordan Love to throw the ball up to, man. Other than that, we didn't address corner like I expected. Big FU to Tampa Bay for taking my guy. I was shouting all night. I was literally texting my boys like, yo, we about to go get Ben Morrison. We about to get him. Tampa Bay with their 2nd overall pick. Draft Benjamin Morrison, Notre Dame. I'm like, you mother. So we got to pivot. We got to go get the tackle Anthony Belton out of NC State. So I'm not mad at the pick. I mean, we add another lineman. I believe he's going to be put at left tackle. But that was definitely the corner that I wanted, man. If not him, I thought in the 3rd round we were going to get Xavier. But apparently we like what we got at safety, so we passed on that and ended up getting Savion Williams. But I like our draft, man. I like our draft. But other than that, Green Bay didn't take any Irish players because they took them all. The one that we wanted, Steve, you got to take, like, they was right in front of us. Like, you ever been in a long line at a restaurant and the person right in front of you ordered the last of your favorite thing on the menu? And they get to you, and you're like, I want the same thing they had. They were like, oh, but they took the last one. That's how we felt about Tampa Bay, man. That's how Tampa Bay took Notre Dame, took Benjamin Morrison, man. I definitely wanted that kid. That kid's going to be a stud. I definitely don't look forward to playing Tampa Bay anytime soon, especially next 2 years, 2-3 years as he grows. But he was definitely going to be a good pickup. Yeah.
Yeah. So good stuff. G already covered Baltimore, right? So obviously y'all know that's my team. You can see by the logo. But so I will go contrary to G's belief. Buffalo is not my Buffalo is not my other team. You guys know I like Tampa. Baker, touchdown maker. Big fan of his. And then also seeing him grab my guy, the aforementioned Ben Morrison, definitely made me made me feel pretty good about that. And then Emeka Egbuka, who I thought was I think he's going to surprise and be very good as a rookie. And just, I think they made good moves there. They got undrafted free agent Shedeur Sanders. He's going to need some work, but not a lot of money. And if he makes the team, he's got an opportunity to be good. So I think they had a very solid draft. And yeah, I think Tampa made moves to continue to improve. And it's very interesting, right? When we hear about we can't do this, we can't do that. If you have a good front office and you manage the cap properly as a team, you can make moves to consistently improve your team without losing people for the most part. Like we're seeing Philly did it all the way to a championship. We're seeing Tampa Bay consistently doing it. We're seeing Baltimore consistently doing it, making solid moves to improve their team. We saw freaking what was this? Cincinnati somehow sign back their elite skill guys and make all that work. Like you can do it if you want to. So we don't need to fall for the nonsense of, oh, you can't pay this guy, you can't pay that guy, because no, you can do it if you want to. You can figure it out. You just have to want to do it. So it's really good to see. And I'll tell you what, y'all, before we go ahead and wrap this, man, I don't have too much more to say about the Bucks, but I think they had a solid draft. But I love that we've been able to talk football for like the last 5 days, man. This has been fan-freaking-tastic, And the good thing is, even though the NBA playoffs are great this year, so I'm not trying to front. I smoke rocks.
If I smoke rocks.
I'm not trying to front on the NBA playoffs at all because we got some great games today as well. But in terms of the football piece, in a few weeks next week we're gonna have mandatory rookie minicamp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully, we're gonna have some more stuff to discuss and talk about. So football is never far away. At least we kind of got something going on. And then, a couple months after that, you got mini camp. And then in the summer, training camp comes in. And before you know it, it'll be time for kickoff again. Not fast enough, but it's coming. It's coming. So, just grateful we got to talk football for the last, 5 days.
And I want to give a shout out, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jacksonville going to get Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, you're already doing something for this city. I walked into the gym the day after the draft.
Okay.
I saw so many Jacksonville Jaguar jerseys, shirts, memorabilia, just all over the place in the gym. That's how much energy Travis Hunter is bringing to Jacksonville. Congrats to the Jacksonville Jaguars, to the fan base. You finally got rid of the GM that you didn't need, and you immediately start to make some great moves, some great changes. You traded up to get him, so you paid a penny for him. But I think it was going to be the perfect fit for you guys, man. You got two guys in one, and he's already changing. He's bringing light to the city. As you guys know, me and Bruce, we live here, and we're also real estate agents. So Travis Hunter, you're helping me too.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it that way.
So you're helping me too. So definitely proud of you, man. Definitely proud of Jacksonville. Proud of Travis Hunter, man. It's going to be electrifying. I know that first game, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go to the first home game for the Jaguars just so I can witness that energy in person. Maybe even get me a jersey, man. If you're out there and you're watching this, give me a Travis Hunter jersey. You know what? I know who to go to.
Okay.
I know who to go to. Give me a Travis Hunter.
You know what? I might have to rock with you on that.
Come to the game?
Yeah, we might have to see what's good.
Holla at my boy Fick, man. Get my boy Fick to give me a jersey. He probably already got one. They ain't even out yet. Somehow Fick already got one.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we want to take a couple calls on this, or we want to leave it there?
It's football, man. I mean, let's allow somebody to talk about their team if they need to.
Yeah, let's do it.
And shout out to our pick, Bruce, man. We definitely thought Austin Jency was going to go to the Raiders, and he slid right to him. Yeah,
that's right. They definitely did that.
That's a good pickup for him. Mm-hmm. That's why I definitely wanted Shedeur to go there. Now I'm like, running back, tight end.
Yeah,
ooh, I like that.
Very good.
That would have been perfect.
And you do that, you can get out from under Geno's money in a year or two. So
absolutely. Now you got
what's going on, Laker Nation?
Man, love the show, man. Y'all the only ones that let me call 3 times.
Hey,
no, I'm just kidding. I love your show.
We appreciate that, man.
I liked our draft. You know, we talk. We filled a lot of needs. Like I put in the chat, I do like the later in the rounds that we got Jordan James and Jordan Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some depth at running back and receiver, which we definitely needed because we don't know how the kid's going to do coming after those serious leg injuries last year. Referring to McCaffrey. So we did reload in the draft like I predicted. I knew we was going to go defense early.
Mm-hmm.
First 2 picks were D linemen. And, we addressed the offense later with, what he normally did. But a lot of respect to y'all too, man. Man, it looks like Travis Hunter really is moving the needle up there in Duval County, man.
Doing big things.
Got y'all buying jerseys and going to games, and y'all don't even
got no y'all.
That's not even y'all
jerseys.
Squad.
I'm not buying that.
It's not even y'all squad.
I might go check it out though. We'll see.
I got a lot of jerseys from different teams, man.
I don't own even one.
I think the Dolphins did okay yesterday too. So I'm not going to Hard Rock Stadium though. But I think they had a solid draft. I like the speedster that you guys got in Green Bay.
Golden.
But I really like the move Tampa did out of all the teams. Like they got Baker some help on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see if Tampa could take that next leap. And I don't hate the Ravens, Bruce. Like I've been telling you, I only hate that y'all beat us in the Super Bowl.
Well, what else did you expect?
I don't hate the Ravens. Don't make me change my mind, man.
And they try to save you all by turning out the lights on us, man. Look,
Transformer. See, you can never ever
ugly.
You see, Transformer. You can never ever give Bruce any flowers. Because it's like he pushes it back on you and turns into an insult, dog. It's like,
oh man,
it's like, man. I was gonna say something nice about the Celtics since you said something about the Lakers, but fuck them.
There you go. I expect nothing less.
All right, good show, man. Good show.
Doubt, man.
I'm gonna let somebody else call in and talk about their team.
All right, Laker Nation, thank you, man. All right. So we give about another minute. If we don't get a call, then we will go ahead and we'll get up out of here, man. But easy day, man. This show went quick. Interesting.
Good times, man. When it's flowing. Stars are in line. And they know that me and G hungry. Stuff gonna move.
Index.
And
next slide, bro. Next slide.
Oh man. All right, y'all. We are gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave it right there. Appreciate everybody who was here. If you haven't already, you know the drill. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Really appreciate y'all. And we'll be back, I guess, Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday for normal Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Here we go.
Happens every time. Bro, somebody can speed it up.
Damn.
Speed it up, man.
I ain't gonna be.
We about to get up out of here. Then you gonna call, man.
Hey, yo, hold on. Hey, bump all that, bro. I ain't gonna be on this phone too long. I know y'all been on here about 10 hours. I mean, on 10 hours, man. I just want to give a shout out. Make sure everybody hit that like and subscribe, man.
We appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Love,
I miss
love.
man. Almost definitely. You know, I was in the gym working out, man. I was just listening. I couldn't get a chance to call in.
I'm about to go in a second.
Nah,
yeah.
I'm gonna do it later. I gotta take.
Yeah, man. Hey, hey, Bruce, that Nas Thief thing, man. He get you pumped on that joint.
Okay. All
but,
right, man.
Yeah, but anyway, man, the draft sucks for my team. That's all I'm gonna say.
Titans?
I mean, I understand we need a defensive lineman and everything like that. You know, Hayward, he's about to get ready to get out the door.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bruce, chill, bro.
My
hey.
bad. No, I'm bugging.
He just forgot the team. He forgot the team.
That's why I was thinking Titans because I know you're a Tennessee guy. That's all.
Man, that's salt and pepper, bro. Hey, yo,
don't even start, man. Don't start, Edward.
I ain't though. But it was you know what I'm saying. But I understand the pick. I really did thought that we was gonna get Shedeur, but he's on the other side. He's on the other side. So, but man, that one I'm disappointed we didn't get. But I did want Genty, the running back, but he went to the Raiders. I'm like, man, that's a good power punch for 1-2 for the tight end and the running back.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good one. And then, but hey, yeah, man, Shedeur, man, I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, he getting his flowers. But man, I see a lot of glazing for these folks, man. Like, when did Brown? I mean, like, come on, y'all. I mean, I just seen it all on IG. You know, like, man, Shedeur this, Shedeur that. I'm like, yo, y'all wasn't even root for this man in Colorado with Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's crazy out here in Tennessee, bro. And Transformer, he understand that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. You know, and then his other son too. He was undrafted. Went to Tampa. He played. Yeah, he played strong safety or free safety.
Strong.
Okay, I know he was a safety. So okay,
they can play strong safety.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I see why. Now I know he was injury prone when he was playing in college. He stayed injured a lot. So hopefully that works out for him.
Yeah.
Hey, who did who did my brother team, the 49ers, who did they get?
They got a bunch of defensive linemen.
Yeah, I was about to say they did a lot of work in the trenches.
Yeah,
no
D tackles,
picks,
edges, linebackers. Yeah,
they needed to rebuild that though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, and then also, so where is Jair Alexander going?
We don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Yeah.
He's still a Packer right now.
Oh, Salam Sneak.
Okay. That's real, man. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Hey, y'all already passed it. Y'all been on here for too long about the playoffs tonight. Can I do my pick'ems real quick?
Yeah.
Pick them? Okay.
Okay, so tonight I'm taking Detroit. I'm taking, man, I want to go with Lakers. Man, I hate to say it, Bruce, but man, yo, I gotta go with Orlando tonight, man. I don't think it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep.
Okay.
And man, and then I want Milwaukee to win tonight. Dame got to step up, bro.
He got to come out early though.
Yeah, he got to come out. I know he's coming off that blood clock and everything like that, but yeah, that's who I want. I mean, because man, yo, Tyrese Halliburton, I hate him, man. I hate him. I really do. He is the most overrated player in the NBA, but that's who I got tonight, fellas. But that's all I got to say, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday.
No doubt.
And
you too, bro.
man, for sure, man. And then hey, another thing too.
Yeah.
Transformer, you said knee alone. He did what he made Udoka. Shout out to him, man. You said what he did to knee alone. Hey, yo, her time is over with. Her season over with, man. Bruce, you already know where I'm going with it.
By a dog.
Most definitely. God rest the dead. God rest the dead to the GOAT.
Facts.
God rest the dead.
Boy, y'all crazy. Get off this phone.
All right, man. Peace and butter, baby.
You be you.
Water.
You be you too, man.
Water. Oh man!
All right, y'all. Let's get up out of here. I'm starving like Marvin. All right.
Go get some breakfast, man.
Hey, we appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. We'll be back with you Wednesday, and we out.
Peace.